We did it! We actually perfectly timed that. I'm very satisfied. Hello, hello. Hello. Hi, Pixel. Hi, Colin. Hi, Blue. Hi, One. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all? Hello. Sorry, stream started a couple minutes late. I was giving my dog her birthday gift. And I'm sure y'all understand that that is a much higher priority than anything else. Doggo above all else. So, yeah, she it's really cute. I froze a bunch of blueberries this morning, and so then we put them in a water dish and we let them they bobbed for blueberries. It was Nina's birthday. Of course, Nutella tried to steal the show, so she got soaked. Like, she looked like a drowned rat by the end of it. And Nina didn't really want to stick her nose in the water because she's a perfect little seahorse noodle, you know? She's too delicate for that kind of thing. So I was just pulling the blueberries out and letting her get them. Twix and Nutella, I still made Bob for them, but like, it was Nina's birthday, you know? I wasn't gonna let her not have her birthday gift, so she got a little bit of pass from what the rest of the dogs had to go through. No, Whisper. And Whisper's trying to steal my water, so I'm gonna move that to another direction. Hello, sweetie. You wanna lay on Mommy's table, though? You wanna lay right here? I'm giving her a second. I'm letting her decide. We let her think about it? Nope, she's leaving. As soon as I wanted her to do something, I'm still gonna pet you. You're so soft. How do you get to be so soft, sweetie? Yeah, pew, 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 pew. Is it because Mommy brushes you every day, huh? Huh? Pew, 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 pew. Oh, bye, sweetie. Sorry. Sorry, I got, y'all just know, when you see cat, you must spoil cat. Hi, Colin. Hello, hello. How'd your tattoo go? How'd it go? How'd it go? How'd it go? Is it like a multi-session tattoo? I was explaining the tattoo to Val on our walk today, and I was like, it's his Val has tattoos, so he like understands. So I was like explaining the color and the constellations and stuff. He's like, oh yeah, that's a cool one. But yeah, how'd it go? I hope it was painless and came out exactly how you wanted it. I don't know. Constellation might not be a multi-session tattoo. Might just be a single session for something like that. But you'll have to let me know. Hi, Fee. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Oh shoot! You know what I haven't done? Oh geez, I rushed straight from. Okay, so here's how my day went. I worked, of course, until the last minute, and then we had to run to Costco to get something, and then we came back, and then we were like, it's Nina's birthday. We're not gonna not celebrate Nina's birthday. So then we, spent about 30 minutes giving her gifts and spoils and walks and playing outside and throwing the ball and all sorts of Nina things that Nina likes. And the blueberries. And then, of course, I was late to stream, but I actually posted a short today. It's just a gaming short, so it's, I think most of y'all like my yapping shorts. This isn't a yapping short, but I didn't check to see if it flopped or not. Oh no, yeah, look, it didn't flop. Nice, okay. Flopping is relative for me. If a short gets more than like 15 views, I consider that to not be a flop personally. I'm sure some people have very different opinions of that, but a flop for me is like at least one person liked it, like gave it a thumbs up, and at least like 10 to 20 people looked at it. Because that it means at least the algorithm gave my like a couple people, it was like a couple people might like it, What's up, you? You're tired, same old, same old. It's the middle of the week. You gotta get the middle of the week energy rush, 40 stream streak! I am good noodle. We are all good noodle, but none of us will be the goodest of noodles like Nennefer. My tattoo turned out incredible. It came out better than I hoped. Yay! That's exciting! Congrats. Now you get to enjoy all of the not so fun tattoo care. Tattoo care scares me. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Val go through it, stresses me out. But I also don't like the smell, sight of blood and stuff, so. Yeah. Alert! Short has been posted! Like I said, this is just a gaming short, so I don't think they're as interesting as my regular shorts, but they do tend to do pretty okay, compared to the ones I put effort into. It is funny, though, because there's, like, a graph, and it shows like it says good job. Views are 3.1 times higher than your other shorts and viewers watched longer. I mean, it's only like I found that my shorts that are only like 5 to 10 seconds long do the best because that's what shorts do. But I don't like shorts. I like long shorts. So, but I did think this was funny, so I was happy to post it. But it's funny because it shows like a really big climb. We're going up, you know, like up, down. Sorry, we're going up, like climbing up, and then all of a sudden we just hit like. It just plateaus to flat. It's so funny to look at. It's almost like 90 degrees. It's like, woo! And then nope. Which is actually, that's usually how the algorithm goes. It really only gives your stuff to the people that thinks you're interested, and that can be a very limited pool when you're like in a niche as a VTuber, you know? So it kind of makes sense. They would have to find someone who's both likes Halo and likes VTubers. And like also consumes shorts. So it is a pretty niche algorithm when you think about it, for like my category. You like my short vids? Your humor comes through well. And thank you so much, Colin. Yeah, I try. So I've tried a few times. There's this thing you can do. There's a site I use a lot called VGen for commissioning like art or commissioning like editing and things like that. But there's also something you can do on it is you can commission someone to clip your videos. So they'll just go through, it's called like VOD scrubbing. They'll just find what they think are funny clips and like hand them to you. And it's funny because I think they pick really good clips, but for some reason, I don't know if like my viewers just have the same weird humor that I do, but whenever I post the scrubbed clips, they never do very well. And then when I post the random clips that I was like, oh, this is kind of funny and throw it out, those seem to do well. So maybe I'm my own best fan when it comes to things like that. It is a bummer though, because I do feel like when I get a VOD scrub, they pick very conventionally funny video or like clips. I think I'm just not good at like getting the humor across, so I have to pick my own humor so that I know how to edit it to be funny, if that makes sense. Like I don't even understand how I'm funny and somehow it works. Yeah, it's like weird humor. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's, or like dry things. I think I pick a lot of like dry humor instead of my moments where I'm just like, ah, you know, like screaming or being goofy. I think those don't translate as well to who likes to watch my content. No short shorts. Viri is a fan of capris. Honestly, I like skirts. I'm partial to skirts personally, but capris are cute. They are cute. Short shorts are also cute. Honestly, all things are cute. You can make anything. The only thing I don't like is I'm short. Wow, sorry. I'm not too short. I'm a little short. So like long skirts and dresses, I don't think personally look very good on me. I think they make me look even shorter. They like, are they called like midi skirts or something? They kind of like eat up my entire legs, you know? And so then I'm like, well, that doesn't look as good as it could look, you know? Like, I look so tiny. I look like a gremlin. So I don't usually wear like long dresses or like long skirts. I think they look great on other people. On me, I just feel like, I don't know, I look like a blueberry, or blueberry short. I think blueberries are kind of short. I did finally switch the provider and team for my mans. Ooh, that's exciting. I hope things go better, P. You're unconventionally funny, which is way cooler in my opinion. We're accidentally funny, yeah. I have told Val before, I'm like, it's kind of funny. It's funny that it's funny. Like, I don't know if the word is effortlessly funny. I don't think that's correct, because there's people that have charisma that are effortlessly funny. I think what I am is like accidentally funny. You know? Like, I don't know if my brain goes a mile a minute or something, but I say things or things happen that I don't realize they're funny until after the fact. I'm like, oh yeah, that was kind of funny that I did that. But I'm not like thinking at all, basically. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not putting effort into saying or doing things that are funny. I think like a comedian would be an example, right? Of someone who's just effortlessly funny. Like, they understand the like vibes and stuff to make someone laugh. And there's a lot of very successful VTubers that are like that. Like, I don't think they say things all the time that they would say in their normal life, right? I think they're consciously thinking, because they're great performers, about what would be funny, and that like goes into their stream, you know? That like effortlessly funny stream, if that makes sense. Like those are like the top of the top VTubers. It's not like they're just like that, if that makes sense. They put conscious effort into making sure that they're funny and they're like giving a good performance. Whereas for me, I don't know the first thing about being funny or charismatic in any way, so it kind of just accidentally happens. And I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, because that means it also, you know, there can easily be times where like it falls flat because I'm not putting on a show. And when I say putting on a show, I don't mean being fake. That's very different. I think you're consciously putting effort into entertaining, which is a very different thing. That like very talented VTubers do. I think at times, because I'm just being myself and not consciously thinking about these things, like my stream can sometimes, like, you know, just not be interesting, right? Like, how interesting can one person be, you know? But I think every once in a while it works out when we have some pretty fun times. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm not like tooting my own horn. I'm like analyzing, I guess, how I am as a VTuber. I think it's an important thing to do, to like step back and think about what kind of stream you're presenting and how you want to do things. Because I've had ideas to do things before, and I realized that I don't have the entertainment value to pull that off. In fact, I was very, very, very worried about our D&D campaign because I didn't think I had the entertainment value to really like be a DM, you know, like to really keep everyone entertained and balancing everything. I pleasantly surprised myself by that. I was like, huh, maybe I'm getting a little better at that, you know? Maybe I'm starting to gain a little bit of skills in entertaining others, which is pretty nice. I think I've like as a person wanted to work a lot on better people skills, so I was very happy with that stream. You know, there's a very talented VTuber screen right away. Oh, thank you. You can see he's right here. Oh, I can't even show. I'm blocking the cat. I was gonna show you all the cat in the background, but you know. I was having a blast the whole time during D&D. You were great, DM. Thank you. My actual like D&D DM watched for a bit, and he was like, "Yeah, the parts I liked were good." And I was like, "Oh, that's such a big compliment," because I think my DM does a really good job. So I was pretty happy about that. Your toucan for the day is a more understated boy, but he's floofy and wears his colors well. The hooded mountain toucan. Let's see. Looking up. The hooded mountain toucan. Mom, a new toucan just dropped. Oh! That's interesting. It almost has crow vibes. Like, I would have thought this was a crow that had some, like, extra coloring. This is a toucan? Oh, that's cool. Hi, man. Hi, Alicia. Hello. Yeah, I've never... I would have thought... If I saw this, okay, Val is a bird person. Let me see if Val knows what kind of bird this is. I would have thought. Okay. Let's see, let's send it to Val. Do you know what kind of bird this is? Oh, it says in the wait, the image I sent says the name of the bird. He's gonna cheat. It is a bird though. Would you say it's a type of crow? I'm gonna ask a leading question. Okay, he read that's cheating. He read the URL of the image. Tell me I could cheat. You can't cheat. It's a toucan though. Okay, yeah, he cheated. He cheated to figure out it was a toucan. I would have thought it was a crow. If I hadn't had the name, I would have thought it was a crow. It's a cute bird though. He does have his floof really well. That's true. His tummy floof is very nice. Why not reverse image? Well, I know what it is. I just wanted to see a vow. I know what it is, you know? It's not about me. You know, I'm sorry. I pulled up my short just to see the statistics on it. It's so funny to see the watch time of a shorts video because the average duration watched, it's a 14-second video. The average duration of watch is 11 seconds, right? And then it says I have an hour and a half of watch time. When you put it in the context of 11-second duration, that's pretty okay, you know? That's not bad. An hour and a half, basically, well, you know, give or take. Like an hour, 1.3 hours watched at 11 seconds. Like that's a pretty good chunk of people. But then you go to my Halo VOD that I posted. This video is 6.5 hours long, and I have about 360 hours watched. Like the scale between shorts and long form video is hilarious. I see it though with the blue or black facial feathers that gives crow. But exactly, it looks like a crow. Like the pale blue around the eyes where the neck feathers meet the back. I just like that it looks like a crow. I really like the crow vibes. It's got like little beady eyes. Like it's just giving crow. But it knows it's pretty, you know? Like I like it. There's one where it's got like a little marble in its mouth. Very cute. I like him. And there's another one of him hanging upside down. Wikipedia has a lot of... Someone really likes this bird. Because some of the other Wikipedia articles for the toucans you've sent haven't had a lot of pictures. But specifically, this bird has a lot of pictures. Someone's a big fan who also updates the Wikipedia. Oh, let me see, actually. Wait, how do I do this? Okay, is it in talk? My coworker showed me this thing where you can see like a forum for each of the, what was it called? You can, on each Wikipedia page you can see where people have discussed and debated about the article. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I forgot. How do I get to this? Is it Wiki Commons maybe? Was it Wiki Commons? Wait, let me see. It wasn't Wiki Commons. What was it? No, it's a Wikipedia. Understandable, he's a good burp. He's only found in 2 countries. No, it's like on the Wikipedia page. It's not 4chan. It was really funny. Is it? Wait, I can just edit the source for this. Oh, I'm not logged in. I don't think I can. No, what was it called? Did I write this down? What was this called? Let me see. I sometimes take notes of random things people tell me to like follow up and look at them. Let's see. I don't know if y'all have the same thing. Do y'all have like a notepad on your phone where you just write random thoughts? That's it. You just add like your random thoughts for the day. I don't see it. I don't think I wrote this one down. I do have a note where I should try to make a recipe where I like Google Translate it 100 times in a row and see what happens. That would have been a fire idea. But that's another one of those ideas where I don't think I have the charisma to pull off the video. Like, you gotta be on your A game for the whole thing. And so, I don't know. My favorite thing I've ever had a notepad just says, when the arm, and I still don't know what it meant. Yeah, is it like Wikipedia? Is it communities? Let me look this up. Wikipedia forums where people debate the article. Is it? It's not external discussion. No, what is this thing called? Dude, I don't remember. I wish I could remember what it was. It was so funny though. My coworker showed me this because they were like, yeah, you can like just go onto Wikipedia and see people discussing like why they should do a certain thing, and they'll discuss like go through all this they'll like you'll find people sometimes debating in them back and forth about why they shouldn't do something in like a Wikipedia page, and I was like, I've never heard of this in my life. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It was here though. I'm not I don't remember though. Wickish Media, is that actually it? Wait, is this an actual thing? That's not an actual thing. Wait, I looked it up thinking it was an actual thing, but you memed on me. There is someone with a GitHub account called Wickish Media. Hola! Hello, hello, hello! Hello. By the way, this is just a yapping stream, you know? So I don't know. We have no plans and no plan to have plans, if that makes sense. So, you know, as soon as we run out of topics, we'll end the stream. If we never run out of topics, I still might have to end the stream. But may the odds be ever in your favor. Oh, you just made it up? Yeah. Dude, I'm so stuck on this. Why can I not remember what this was? I wish I could, because it was so funny. It was so funny when they showed me this. And I was like, who are these people that are just sitting in these Wikipedia forums debating with each other back and forth? And like, why are they on these forums debating with each other back and forth? I don't understand. Like, what's going on here? Why is this your life? Why? That's all I have to say to that. Why are you doing this to yourself? Reminds me of the guy who had an argument in the comments of an Amazon review until it hit the literal page limit for comments and couldn't. What? He had an argument? How do you argue for that long? Dude, I can't argue with anyone for that long. I can't even argue with someone for like a minute. I can't stay mad. I don't know. I just don't see the point of it. It's like, okay, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If you do something bad that I don't approve of, it's not that I'm gonna stay mad at you. I'm just gonna not interact with you anymore. Like, I don't see the point of holding anger towards someone, but I also don't see the point in forcing myself to interact with someone that I don't enjoy. So, like, I don't just needlessly forgive for no reason, because I feel like if you do that, then people don't learn. And I think that's a really important thing, is if someone's doing something that's not okay, like, stand up for, you know? Like, you are who you surround yourself with, so it's important to do that. But I don't see the need to, like, hold a, like be angry about that thing. And if it's something that's not a big deal, then like I like forget about it. I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know. Were we beefing? The Tour de France. There's gotta be something controversial here. It's the Tour de France. I gotta find someone bickering in the wiki comments. I love pointless internet arguments that go on for too long, like the only plays hypothetical girlfriend argument. Anybody who knows, I have never heard of that. Is it a good argument? I do like seeing people fight in comments, as long as they're nice to each other, but they keep debating. I do enjoy that quite a bit, I will say. It's entertaining, because some people get so passionate about things that don't need to matter. And, like, I respect it. You know, I respect your, like, your dedication. Is it fervor? Is that the right word? But also, it's okay, guys. It's not that big of a deal. We don't gotta... Oh, here it is! If you go to an article, next to it is Wiki Talk. It is talk. For example, the Tour de France, it's just some of them didn't have interesting discussions. Okay. They'll like propose things. This one has 3 comments. This one has like a one comment. It was 23 days ago. There's one person in discussion. And they say, disclosure, I operate this website, therefore I have a conflict of interest. So I'm proposing this here rather than editing the article directly. And then he goes on to say, like, he wants to suggest the specific link, but he feels like he has a conflict of interest, so he doesn't want to be the person to do it. That wasn't as controversial as I was hoping, because sometimes there was some really controversial back and forth. Because, like, when you put something there, people have to align to it, right? And so, like, people can really start getting grumpy. I want to find a good one. Now we're gonna let's see. I bet like Twitch. If I look up on Wikipedia, oh, YouTube probably has some funny ones. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Let's look up YouTube. YouTube channel. YouTube Friendly Link YouTube probably is the official YouTube channel. No, I just want YouTube. I don't want YouTube channel. Is there not one just for YouTube? Okay, well, let's see if there's any talks for YouTube channel. There's none. I bet there's one for YouTube, though. There's gotta be people bickering about YouTube. Repeated tech problems. Why is YouTube having these problems, and can these be mentioned in this article? And this one says check down detector. And then it might be better at a related article if there's a reliable source. Speaking of, do you at least have a reliable source for this? The person is saying that YouTube has these problems, and he's saying that it's possibly an ongoing solar flare activity that's behind it. And this guy's like, do you have a source for that? This other guy's like, just check down detector. And he's like, well, I trust down detector. We need a stable and reliable source for this, like a news article. I believe that down detector only goes back so many hours. And this one also says, see proposal to add 2026 outage by Super Goku 5. Super Goku 5 is proposing that we need to add the 2026 YouTube outage to the official YouTube page. It's important. It's important to him. It's America Online, not American Online. First line of article. The opening sentence says, YouTube is an American online video sharing platform owned by Google. This is okay, as it has nothing to do with AOL. And then this one is a redirect of the discussion for the YouTube guidelines. This is so funny. Yeah, see, these are just like forums where people just bicker back and forth on whether they shouldn't make changes to the article. It's so funny. Someone just posting on the YouTube Wikipedia article that it was down. Yeah, they just really think it's important. This is an important part of YouTube history. Like, I bet Twitch also has you have to think of articles where you know that there's people that want to just flood the article with things that are controversial or like shouldn't be there. Like, they're really passionate about one thing that doesn't matter, you know? You surround yourself with us, so it makes you pretty. Yeah, I'd say a little cool. I'm pretty cool, a little biased though. I'm seeing someone in the bird Wikipedia write a Bible about saying the birds are dinosaurs in the start of the article. Wait, is this literally just the bird? Is like if I put in Wikipedia and search for bird, is that it, or for the toucan? Let's see. Going to the talk page for bird. Birds are dinosaurs in the lead. Reopening this because there no longer seems to be agreement on what the consensus is. This has been discussed extensively on this page in the past. The discussion revolves around some related questions. Should the connection between birds and dinosaurs be mentioned in the lead sentence paragraph of the article? Should the lead article refer to birds as dinosaurs versus saying something like they evolved from or descended from dinosaurs? Should it say or imply the usage of the word dinosaur to exclude birds is wrong? And should the lead explain what it means by saying that birds are dinosaurs? I think the following things are uncontroversial. The ancestors of modern birds are Mesozoic theropod dinosaurs. Scientists generally use dinosaur as a synonym for the taxonomic. Sorry, this is so fascinating to me. I don't know if y'all showed up for me to read the Wikipedia page for dinosaur bird debates, but now I'm here for it. The popular conception of dinosaurs does not include birds. Things I would argue. The ancestors of modern birds are Mesozoic theropod dinosaurs is the important information that we want the reader of this lead section to come away with. The casual reader does not need to know how scientists use the word dinosaur on a page about birds. It is not Wikipedia's job to police how people use the English language, and we shouldn't imply that other usages of the word dinosaur are incorrect. If the lead is going to refer to birds as dinosaurs, it needs to explain why. A focus on this usage of dinosaurs is unnecessary in the lead. It's perfectly acceptable for the appropriate section of the article itself to call birds dinosaurs, explain why, and then continue with that usage. Dude, this is so funny. And now there's just people going back and forth about whether it's acceptable to have this. I think some people are like, absolutely not, birds aren't dinosaurs. But the main portion of this group just seems to be very, very, very picky about whether it belongs in the beginning or not. And it's like the most important classification of birds is that they are vertebrate animals, placing them in context with other things that exist in the world. The pages for mammals, fish, reptiles, and amphibians all use vertebrate animal as the lead sentence. Instead, this page refers to them by reference to two groups of which birds are the extant members. The idea that this page about a diverse, familiar, economically and culturally important group of animals should immediately start with a reference of what extinct taxa they are related to seems absurd. Dude, they're so passionate about this. I love it. They're dinosaurs, but depends. He's right, but also wrong. I think the only discussion that needs to be here is whether it belongs in the first sentence. That seems fair. To talk about, like, surely there should be a section in the Wikipedia article that talks about, like, their evolutionary line. That seems acceptable to me. It depends if you're talking about neogeanthids, which aren't really dinosaurs, versus paleothins, which are more dinosaur-like. Technically, all reptiles and birds are in the clade of Sauria, though. Yeah, they're all jawed vertebrae. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people are. It really just seems to be a debate of where this sentence belongs, and people don't want here. Like, dinosaur covers these terms and is much more understandable to the reader. The importance of the first sentence mentioned covers many aspects of animal life without explaining the in-depth. The dinosaurs survived when people have been told their whole lives that no, they are extinct. The dinosaurs' only extant branch are everywhere. That the success of the dinosaur, now represented by over 11,000 species, ranks with the most important animal legacies, and so on. Keeping that fact up front and adding the vertebrate descriptor would cover all bases, to spout an accurate sports term. This page is about birds, though, not dinosaurs. It is very important for the article about birds or about dinosaurs to assert that dinosaurs also exist in a sense. It is less important for this article, which is why it should be left to the second paragraph like it was for several years. The lead sentence should clearly and concisely lay out. Dude, they're so passionate about where this sentence belongs. I never thought about how much. Now I want to know, what is the current first sentence for birds? Okay, what does birds say? Okay, birds are a group of warm-blooded vertebrate animals consisting of class Aves, characteristically by feathers, toothless beaks, jaws, the laying of hard-shelled eggs, and a high metabolic rate, a four-chambered heart, and a strong yet lightweight skeleton that retains reptile-like character. Dude, this is fascinating. Okay, so they decided to not. Okay, here now. They did mention in the lower part of this paragraph. This is a big paragraph. It's probably like 5 to 6 sentences, but it says birds are the only extant members of Dinosauria and are a type of Paravian theropods. Okay. And so then there's a whole second paragraph talking about how birds evolved from earlier theropods and thus constitute the only known living dinosaurs. Okay. They have a whole paragraph in the entry paragraph about birds. I honestly think it would have been fine to only have, for the birds, like the opening paragraph just be about this, and I feel like all of this evolutionary stuff would fit in the first section is about evolution and classification. I think it would have fit perfectly fine there. I'm kind of in agreement. Like, they included one sentence, and I think that was sufficient. The whole second paragraph didn't have to be dedicated to this. I think like 3 paragraphs down in the first section, they already talk about it. So it's kind of like they just were giving both groups what they wanted here. Oh, here. It's redundant and would be too pedantic. It would be like changing the respective leads to call snakes as a type of lizard, toads as a type of frog, butterflies as a type of moth, and mammals as a type of... This is so funny. Dude, they're so passionate about this. Maybe we should go in the forum and jump in there. I feel like we should jump into this. What if we all go into the Birds Talk article and just start some stuff, you know? I'd say it does not belong in the intro. Yeah, I don't think it belongs in the intro either. If the debate was, does it belong in the article? That, I think, would be an actual debate. But if the debate is, should it be in the first sentence? I don't think it belongs there, you know? If you go by that logic, all terrestrial animals have a common ancestor. You go back far enough. Exactly. Like you would have where do you stop? You know, we all trace back like primordial soup there. I'm like, where do you stop there? Wait, the popular conception of dinosaurs does not include birds. Irrelevant. Wikipedia is intended as a source of factual information. It is not beholden to whatever the popular conception of something is. If the popular conception is that birds aren't dinosaurs, then the popular conception is wrong, and people who hold this conception should then use Wikipedia as a tool for learning. There are dozens of examples of popular conceptions that are false. Wikipedia does not cater to those errant viewpoints, nor should it to this one. Dude, I love... These people are popping off. Oh my gosh. This is so entertaining. Thank you so much, Pixel, for finding this. Dude, this might be my new favorite. You are still imposing rules on English words that simply do not exist. Wow. It's so funny seeing people... Like, usually, okay, when you go on the internet and you see people fighting back and forth, they're like, no, you. But these people are bringing some serious receipts and higher level vocabulary to their opinions. Like, this is very, like, entertaining. Okay, here, like this guy. I don't understand why you feel that the connection between birds and dinosaurs is so important. You're listing important facts about birds and important facts about dinosaurs, but that does not explain why making the link between them is so immediately important. Like, the information is included in the 8th sentence of the article. Why isn't that enough? Yeah, that's where I am. I don't think it needs to be the first sentence. It needs to be a sentence. It needs to be included. But, like, why are we debating about, like, it, especially if the other prospective articles, like, what is the article for alligator? Now I gotta go... Wait, there's so many... Wait, there's, like, 15 discussions. There's not just one post. There was, like, one post 2 months ago, and then 3 months ago, there's another one about this. Wait, how many different discussions did they have? Chickens. Can someone add a photo of a chicken or rooster? Whatever in there, it feels incomplete without it. That's such a normal request compared to some of the other ones. Dude, I love that. This random guy is just like... Hey, okay, but, like, what about the picture of the chickens, guys? Don't forget about that! And then there's just one titled Duck Sex. Oh, it's a duck sex listed as redirects for discussion. The collage isn't working. I think the chicken question is the most important, but now we need to go to reptile. Yeah, like, it's not like they're not wrong, and I think it's important to talk about the evolutionary lines. I just don't think it needs to be the very first sentence. That's my only, like, issue I have, and that's what the entire like 50, 100 billion comment, like, discussion is about. This is how Redditors think they sound when they fight. Yeah, okay, now I bet Colin after this is just gonna go and look at, like, find the best, like, the highlights of the Wiki Talk debate forums to tell us which one's the best. You'll have to give us the highlights. Rooster guy has a point. No, yeah, like, include a picture. How are you gonna have a bird article without a picture of a chicken? I agree. was imperative for the wiki to have a chicken. You don't understand. We need the chicken. I'm going to see how far in the reptiles it takes for them to know anything about dinosaurs. It's the third. Oh no, it's the second paragraph. The second paragraph doesn't start talking about dinosaurs, but also their first paragraph isn't as long. They kept it. I think it's much cleaner. It's only like 3 sentences. It's a much cleaner paragraph than the birds paragraph. Okay. Trying to. Is this article about? Wait, what? Is this article about the clade reptilia or about the paraphyletic group reptiles? Dude, okay. Well, this one's rough. Okay, I get it. I want to see someone asking about chickens again. Birds or dinosaurs? Wait. There's a discussion here in the reptiles. The title is birds or dinosaurs. They leaked into the other Wikipedia talk sections. Dude, they're so passionate about this. Okay, it says, birds are dinosaurs, therefore birds are reptiles. If I could get leading experts in the field to state that for you on video, would you allow conversation on this subject again? It seems strange to have a Wikipedia edit page so biased against acknowledging this. Is there anti-evolutionary bias at play, or what's the deal? Science changes, you should adapt to the information. This person says, have you tried reading beyond the introduction? Yeah, that was my question. Dude, it's in the second paragraph. It's right there. He just didn't read. Lead reads like a parody. In common parlance are a group of tetrapods with an ectothermic. That is not common parlance. Info on birds needed. What? This article includes classification of reptiles, which includes birds, and yet they are notably absent from the most of the sections. Dude, okay, the bird people are passionate. Whoever's writing the bird wiki is, like, flowing over... Yeah, there's another one here! 2 months ago, definition of reptiles excluding birds is outdated. How many paragraphs have they gone into the animal forums and complained about birds? It's spreading. Yeah, bro wants to bring in the experts. He's like, if I can get it on video. How is this guy's brain? Did he decide anti-evolutionary bias? He just didn't read past the first paragraph. Like, this is so fun. Dude, this is why these forums are great. And it's a bunch of people that are using high vocabulary, so, like, as a layman, if you weren't really thinking, you're like, yeah, that sounds legit. And then you read into it, you're like, what are they talking about? Are birds cold-blooded? Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yeah, I'm surprised there's no question about chicken before egg. Every Wikipedia needs at least a bird about dinosaurs. But I'm actually tempted to go into every animal. What would be another one? There's so many questions about this paraphyletic group template for reptiles. They're like... Why was the Quetzalcoatlus image removed? I don't see why it shouldn't be there. It's a reptile, so it fits. Maybe it's removed because it's extinct, but I don't see how that would be a problem. I want to know what a Quetzalcoatlus is and why they're... This is like the chicken question. Oh, it's like a bird. It's a bird! It's the largest bird to ever live on Earth. This guy is over here asking 2 months. It's another two. Why are there so many bird people? This person is really upset because an ancient bird dinosaur picture was removed. What is going on? Birds and reptiles are all saurians. That's why they share the classification. Yeah, it's like... You can broadly classify all these into the same group. Goes onto the page for marsupials, but have you considered the reptile? Okay, let's see what marsupial says. I'm actually so curious. That seems so outside of the justification for needing a bird discussion. It's the size of a plane? Yeah, it's massive. Quetzalcoatl is perfect for eating humans if they exist today. That's terrifying. There was a cryptozoology animal like that. Maybe it was a Quetzalcoatl. Every Wikipedia needs... Yeah. Okay, we're in the talk section. Okay, which taxonomy? Pouch clarification. References, number of species, infraclass, not subclass, marsupial frogs. What? What is a marsupial frogs? I added marsupial frogs, but he called out the person that deleted him. Remove them. Why? Are not marsupial frogs frogs? Is convergent evolution a reason why marsupial frogs are not marsupial enough to appear in the marsupial page? Because they have an article, marsupial frog, which oh my gosh, the guy he called out clapped back. Which I put a link to at the top of the article where it belongs. In addition, marsupial frog is unique, while marsupial mammal is redundant. The frogs are named for the mammal. Marsupial by itself with no context refers to the mammal. It only refers to the frogs in the context of the frogs. This person's actually pretty reasonable. He's like, I see. I missed that before. The article is about mammals. For the frogs, see marsupial frogs. It was added to the top of the page. That's a great solution. Thanks. I didn't bother to read to see what you did to change it. What is a marsupial frog? It's just a frog that they put the word marsupial in front of. It's a very short article. I'm surprised this guy that was passionate about marsupial frog didn't write more about the marsupial frog. You just don't understand frogs the way I do. How is a quesadilla the biggest animal or bird that ever lived? Valid, honestly. Yeah, that's a good question. It's a big looking bird. That would terrify me. There's this picture of a guy looking up and they have the bird looking down on him, and dude, bird's squared up. He's ready to fight. That would terrify me if I saw that. This is a picture of the bird eating the animal. That's a big bird. They shouldn't have removed that bird. I agree with the guy that was upset about the bird being removed. Ancestral homeland, macropods, marsupial neurology, classification of a species only known through fossil records. Merge Joey into this article. Joey? Is it like a baby kangaroo? Yeah, it's a baby kangaroo. Petrosol. Hi, Peckle! Oh my gosh! Swapped around. Swapped out the YouTube for the Twitch today. There's not enough debating about... What? What this article doesn't mention is if males have pouches. Could it be added? Males don't have pouches. Only females have pouches. That's so funny. Jelly beans. What does that have to do with? Could someone who knows the details please replace the jelly bean statement with actual measurements? Sadly, jelly beans have no longer a standardized size. There are giant ones and miniatures available. 13 years ago, this person asked for the unit of measurement of jelly bean to be removed. That's so funny. Oh, hi, Becca! Oh, you covered it on both screens. That is important. You gotta cover it on both forums. Hi! He's right, you know. He's right, you know. That's so funny. Jelly beans no longer has a standard size. 13 years ago, was there a point in time where jelly beans had a standard size where it would have been acceptable? That's so funny. This is my favorite thing ever. There's like people calling out... There's like people calling out like spelling and stuff, and then there's this one guy that's like, yeah, jelly bean isn't a unit of measurement. Can you not? Oh my gosh. That's his concern about jelly beans not being a standard use. Yeah, that's all he's worried about. He's just worried that the article chose to use jelly bean as a standard unit of measurement, and he is not thrilled about it. For Americans, it might be. I mean, how many different sizes of jelly beans are there? Let's see. There's no official or fixed standard number of sizes for jelly beans, as different candy makers produce their own unique dimensions. However, they typically fall into 3 main categories, which would be standards or gourmet size, mini or small size, and giant jumbo size. What is a jumbo jelly bean? I've never heard of this. Oh, wait, they literally have a size chart. A traditional jelly bean and a jumbo jelly bean. Okay, now I want to try a pack. What is a jumbo jelly bean? Jumbo jelly beans near me. I've never seen this before. Next time I go to the store... Wait, Starburst has a jumbo jelly bean? Okay, I know what I'm getting. What? What about mini jelly bean? What is a... jelly beans are already small. You're gonna choke on them if you make them any smaller. Oh, I can go to Etsy and get a smallest size miniature jelly bean. What? Like the candy? Smallest size miniature jelly bean, cute flexible silicone jelly bean. Who needs flexible mini silicone jelly beans? What is the purpose of that? What? Is anyone else confused? Sorry, I don't... Are we still yapping? Is this just me reading random things and looking them up myself and y'all are just trapped in this hell with me? What is going on? I don't think I'm providing it. Remember how at the start of the stream I was talking about my lack of ability to provide entertainment? I think we've hit that point. Guys, you really need to add a sentence to Viri's Wikipedia article that explains she's a reptile. Is Viri a bird? I'll only accept a Wikipedia article if y'all can, like, fill the entire talking section with you guys just debating on whether I'm whether I'm a bird. There's a proposed merge of PogChamp into Twitch. Sorry, I finally got back to the Twitch talk section. Wait, what do you think are the debates on the VTuber Wikipedia page? VTuber. Okay, of course, Kizuna Ai, the queen, is the picture for that. Okay, let's see. What's going on in the talk section? Dude, this could be dangerous. Okay, so far, proposed split of list of VTubers. Oh, there's a list of notable VTubers. Barbie. Adding Barbie into the notable VTuber list overly broadens the definition too much, I think. Barbie is more of an adjacent concept that is similar to VTuber, but not being VTuber herself. Does she even count as a YouTuber in the first place? Compared to saying, yeah, wait, what? Why is Barbie on the list of VTubers? Who put her there? Yeah, is Mario a VTuber? The first VTuber. Oh, I bet this... Oh, no one else even debated. I would have loved to see this debate. The section lists Kizuna Ai, who started in late 2016 as the first VTuber. Red the Bear on Den Tools launched on August 6, 2016. Does anyone have the exact date of Kizuna's oldest video on that channel? Is Kizuna Ai actually the first VTuber? I didn't realize she was. Is mayonnaise and is... Sorry. We can get off this category. I'm so fascinated by this, but I don't think this is entertaining for y'all. List of I'm just really stuck that someone put Barbie on the list of VTubers. The first real VTuber. Okay, there's a couple of people debating on who the first real VTuber is. I gotta say, the caliber of vocabulary used in this debate, in this section of the Wikipedia talk, is not the same caliber we were seeing for the people that were passionate about birds in the dinosaurs and birds. It's not quite the same. I want VTuber. This isn't a place for tutorials or art commissions. What is this? Sorry, some of this is really funny. But the like caliber and quality is very low. Nanners was making videos in like 2014, but she was a flesh tuber. Oh yeah, you gotta like be using your VTuber model. I didn't know this was highly debated because I didn't know this was a debate. Okay. This is so funny. Did they have aniforms? I don't know what a lot of these... Replicant. One of the C alsos is Replicant. Fictional bioengineered android from Blade Runner. That's close to a VTuber. That's close. I thought they'd have like a list. They don't have like a list of like top VTubers. I kind of wanted to see. Neurosaba has her own Wikipedia page? What a queen. Vidal's name. Minecraft hardcore. Wait. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of discussion in Neurosama's Wikipedia page. Why are there so many? Are all the images actually appropriately licensed? Does Vidal copyright his images? I don't think he does. Too timeliney. Vidal has his own article? He doesn't. Okay. I was like, what? Just keep him with Neurosama. Okay, wow. People are extremely passionate in the Neurosama talk section. That's a lot. There's a lot going on in there. That might be almost as passionate as the bird section. Are you saying that us VTuber can't be good wordifying? Yeah, we're not good words with us, you know? But we together, we is. Dude, some of these are so funny. Okay, I think we're done with we're done. I could be stuck here for hours. I shouldn't let myself be stuck here. I'm gonna end up going down like just getting, what is it, you know, when you get like stuck? Like going down a rabbit hole. That's what I'm gonna end up going down a rabbit hole. See, bum ba ba bum ba. Mayo he, Mayo ha, Mayo. What is that? What is, that's such an old, do you remember that? Mayo, how do I even search for that? Mayo he, Mayo ha song. Let's see what comes up. No, none of these are right. You know what I'm talking about? Mayo he, Mayo ha, Mayo he. I don't even know. That can't be right. That's not right. I don't know how to get to it. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like how to search for what I'm looking for. My brain can't figure it out. At least it's not a Reddit page. Vidal is a turtle, ergo a reptile, ergo a bird. Wait, you're right! He's a bird! Vidal's a bird! Dude, how did we get here? I don't remember how we got here. I've been talking for a whole hour. How long did y'all get me stuck looking at Wikipedia pages instead of talking to you? Nama Nama! Is that it? Is that it? Nama Nama. I remember so many, like, memes around that song. Let me see what comes up. Nama Nama. Has anyone done a Nama Nama cover? I'm listening to this so that y'all can't hear it. Original. Oh, I have my headphones off. Let's see. Can y'all hear this? Maya ha. Maya ha ha. Maya he. Dude, oh wait, is there a VTuber cover for this? VTuber cover. There's gotta be a VTuber that covered this. Oh wait, there is! Kobo's done a cover. Iconic. Sorry, that's so funny. I didn't know she covered this. Okay. Turtles aren't reptiles, they're amphibians. But have you considered that they're birds? Have you looked on Wikipedia Talk to see if there's a debate? Let's see. Wikipedia turtles. Have you looked on the talk page for Wikipedia to see if there's any debate? Nothing on evolution, and there's a question about map Newfoundland. Okay, the talk page for turtles is boring. No one's fighting. Toodle is burb. Hello. Have you ever had a dream that you had your what is that from? Oh my gosh. Have Like something, na 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 na. What about tortoises? What about tortoises? Tortoise? Tortoise. Cute girl on screen! Hello, hello. Hi, Pickle! Maybe. Hi, Pickle! Hello, hello! Let's look up tortoises. Tortoises. We need some controversy. This is a controversial channel, only when it comes to birds on Wikipedia pages. There's a question about Hanako Ko, the oldest vertebrae. Does not corroborate the oldest vertebrae is a koi. Oh, Hanako Koi as the oldest vertebrae. Hanako Koi. Hanako. Fish. She's reported to be the longest-lived koi ever recorded, having died at the age of 226. There is dispute as to the veracity of her longevity. Oh my gosh. How many generations kept her alive? There's a lot of debate here. Images. Look, I like tortoises too, and it's sad they're endangered, but do we really need 9 images in this article? It makes it awfully slow to load for those of us still 56K. That was 14 years ago. 14 years ago, someone was complaining about their 9 pages being too many images on the article, so they couldn't load the Wikipedia page. That's wild. Brazilian jumping spiders? Oh gosh. I don't like spiders. I'll look up jumping spider. I don't like spider. Ugh! Everyone's always like they're so cute. I don't like them. Dude. Well, how is 9 images too many? What is this? People are complaining. 14 years ago! That was a beam reference? Oh. Certainly not all tortoises endangered. I mean, 14 years ago. I thought this is a cozy channel. It's cozy until we fight about birds being dinosaurs, apparently. Shielded by a magic shell. This sounds pretty stupid. Maybe someone could replace the word magic with something more accurate and scientific sounding. Need pretty big cleanup. Clarification on oldest tortoise. Oldest tortoise. They seem to think that the oldest tortoise was lying, and they don't want it to be there. Tortoises are shielded from predators by a shell. However, tortoises, unlike animals without shells, have a shell. What is this? Jumping spiders are cute. They're intelligent. They're I don't like spiders. That's all I have to say to that. I'll fight right now. Colin is rearing up for a fight. He knows everything there is to know about birds and what sentence that belongs on and the Wikipedia article. And he's going into the trenches to defend his point. There's like 15 debates happening right now on the birds article if you want to jump in. Marble foxes. It's a marble fox. I don't like fennec fox. Oh, they are cute. That is cute. Cutie. I don't like, though, when I see people with foxes, like, they're treating them as pets. You know? Tortoises and box turtles. Turtles and tortoises in popular culture. Okay, swim? Do land tortoises swim at all? How long can they swim for? If one puts them in a bucket of water, what will happen? They drown! Exclamation point. There's like 20 exclamation points. At least, and then someone actually answered the question that some of them can swim. Oldest, okay. Meat from tortoise preferable to turtle. What? Edits to this art. Pets. What is happening in this? Okay, the tortoise? Is that how you say it? Like Blastoise? Okay, the wiki articles are diabolical for this section. Hibernation. I know most species don't, but do we really need an entire section on this? This person is not a fan of having an entire section. I can't get over I can't go over this guy that was complaining about 9 images. That's like nothing. Now they have videos on the Wikipedia article. That guy from 14 years ago would be losing his mind if he saw videos in the Wikipedia channel. Like, he'd never load his page. Diabolical. He like Arctic foxes. My character just got some fennec, like, armor with fennec foxes on it. I think it's pretty cool. Dance, dance. Good evening, Kiri. Hope all is well. Hi, Grumpy! Yes. We're just chilling and yapping and hanging out. In the mammal wiki, someone complained because they used Nixon to represent humans as a species. That's so funny, dude. I love this. This has to be one of my favorite. Like, finding the existence of this is so funny. Okay, where were we? What have we what was I gonna chat about? I feel like I had actual topics to chat about, and I got distracted reading about birds. We got really distracted about the birds. Let's see. We might be running out of. Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. No stream tomorrow, by the way. I should throw this in now. No stream tomorrow. I have D&D. And that means I can't stream. Because D&D is love, D&D is life, you know? Talking about the birds and the bees. I don't like bees. There was a bee on our walk today. It was just buzzing. Excuse me, I'm trying to play Pogo. Okay, so every morning I go on a walk. We walk the dogs, right? And we kind of have this agreement with people in our neighborhood. There's people are very active in our neighborhood for Pogo. And we have this one gym that we pass by every morning. And so we kind of have we've never met these people, but like they'll put their Pokemon in, I guess in the evening, and you know, they'll go overnight so they get their 50 coins, and we'll come in the morning and knock them out for them. And then, you know, when we get our 50 coins, they'll knock us out. And we just go back and forth trading so that all of us get our 50 Pokemon Go coins for the day. But these guys, I feel like they're breaching our unwritten contract because they've started putting like these massive tanks into the gym. They're putting like Blissies and stuff, and like I don't want to sit there for 5 minutes trying to knock out a Blissey. Like, we're very nice. We put in, you know, low level baby Pokemon, so it'll take maybe a minute total to knock our Pokemon out, but it should take like 5 seconds. And they're out here breaking the rules, adding their Blissies in. And I just feel like we can all agree. It's like when I was in Japan. Sorry, I'm checking for Whisper. It's Japan all over again, y'all. Remember how I told you that I couldn't take any gym in Japan because everyone put their massive mega tanks in and then they would keep burying and defending them? And it's like, do you even want your points? Like, what's the point of this? You don't want your coins for the day? You just want to like flex on people? I don't get it. I thought you meant everyone in your neighborhood was using pogo sticks. No, like Pokemon Go. There's a Pokemon cooking channel, like Charbelian Tail. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, would this Pokemon be tasty to eat? I've never thought about that. And I don't know if I want to. And now I'm realizing I picked some jalapenos earlier today, and even though I wash my hands a lot of times, I think I still had spice on them or something, because I just like rubbed my eye, and now it's starting to burn a little bit. I wonder if I should be concerned about that. Well, I guess if it's burning, it'll cry eventually. If I need to wash out my eyes, I will. With safety eye washing, you know? Supposed to be. Yeah, there was like a whole thing about like Slowpoke tail and stuff, right? I think there was something about like ecological debates of like Slowpoke. There was a thing. There was a I remember seeing like Slowpoke tail something or other. I don't remember. Maybe that was like in a dark Pokemon game. Ah! Sorry, that was me yawning. I don't know why I've been yawning so much. What are we talking about? Birds? I don't know. Oh yeah, jalapenos. I cut a bunch of jalapenos, or a bunch of different types of peppers, actually. We harvested them. And then it was nice because we had some of the jalapenos today and they were very tasty. Our tomatoes aren't quite ready yet, though, and I'm not very happy about it because we've had a lot of rain, which means they've been unevenly watered, and my tomatoes are starting to, like, split in certain places, and I'm very unhappy about it. Capsaicin is hard to wash off. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Oh gosh, don't make jokes like that, please. But yeah, so we don't really know what to do about our table or our tomatoes. We did have an invasive bug eating our eggplant today. So we did have to get rid of it. And it actually, like, usually when there's bugs and stuff in our garden, we'll just relocate them, but this one was invasive, so it had to go. It had to go. Boom. Birds can't taste spice. Yeah! I think I had a... Sorry, I'm not shamelessly plugging this. I'm legit just saying this. I think I made a short about that. I feel like I made a short... Was I just making a short about why peppers were spicy? I swear I had something about, like... peppers. Oh yeah, what makes spicy food spicy? I did have something about that. You know? Only mammals are affected by capsaicin. Yeah, they've like adapted so that the birds will spread their seed. It was actually pretty interesting when I was looking it up. I was pretty interested in how the whole process works. It's so funny when you look at my shorts page because it's so much. I had a bunch of gaming clips, and then I kind of stopped posting my gaming clips, and it's just a bunch of like me yapping videos, and then now it's just one random Halo video. That's so funny. I feel like a lot of people say I see this a lot where people say you should curate your, your like thumbnails and everything so that there's cohesion in your channel. And then I look at my channel and it's like there's no consistency or cohesion at all. Like my thumbnails are all over the place. Some of them are hand drawn, some of them aren't. Some of them have a certain format, some of them don't. My shorts is just whatever goes. There's no consistency there. And then my live thumbnails, oh my gosh. I think actually my live thumbnails are kind of consistent because I use the same thumbnail often. So my unironically or accidentally, I guess my live thumbnails might be my best sets. It's informative, Veery. We all love a little informative, Veery, you know? We love very yapping. There's a couple of VTubers I actually exclusively follow them just because of their informative shorts. They're pretty entertaining shorts, I would say. But yeah, a lot of like VTubers and stuff I see they're pretty consistent about their editing. And then it's actually funny because Twitch just released a feature where you can like it'll export the shorts for you and it'll add captions onto the shorts too. So you can clip something and just connect it straight to post as a YouTube short. I haven't used it yet because I don't like the captioning that Twitch has. It's in purple, and so I feel like from a branding perspective, it just looks like Twitch, you know? And I like my captions that have the cute blue that I have going on. I think it's just a little nicer. You know, I think it's a little nicer. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but I do think it's funny because I've started seeing a bunch of clips and stuff that are just straight from the Twitch captioning, and you can always tell because of the purple that it uses. Nitya Nil. I don't think I know Nitya Nil. Let's look at Nitya Nil. Nitya Nil. Well, those are very dynamic. I actually saw a thing. It was interesting where they basically have a set of reaction phases and stuff that they can like they'll basically make for you and you can just use them for all your thumbnails. I kind of thought about it. I was like, that seems pretty convenient. But I'm lazy about commissioning stuff sometimes. And right now, again, everything's going towards a new model. All of my, like, anything. And I've been trying consciously to, like, you know, anything that I make, I put back into my stream. And so it's kind of fun to see, like, how far I can stretch that basically between me doing everything myself and, like, commissions based on stuff that I've earned. It's kind of interesting. It's like a self-funding loop for my hobby. Which I think it's pretty nice. I like that, you know? Now I'm looking at random people's thumbnails. Oh, you like my thumbnails? Thank you. Thank you. I want to get better at them. I want to get better at drawing so I can go back to drawing my thumbnails. And I still think my best thumbnail of all time is my my platform 8, exit 8 thumbnail. That's gotta be my favorite thumbnail. I mean, the video absolutely flopped, but I don't even mind because I'm so happy with the thumbnail. Every time I see it on my channel, I'm like, dude, that was some impressive thumbnail skill. And then the videos that did the best are the ones that I spent the least effort on the thumbnail. That makes me wonder, actually. I don't know. You see all these people, like, have these specific formula that they say you need to follow in order to get views and all this stuff, and you need to do all these things, and I'm like, I don't know how much the thumbnail matters to catch people's attention. I think it's the title. I think just, like, what your video is about, that matters so much more. Like, if your thumbnail is just a picture of, like, a french fry or something, you know, or a picture of trash, but the content that is promised in the title seems very interesting, I think a lot of people will just click into it. They don't really care what's in the thumbnail. That's my theory. That's also how I browse YouTube. Like, I don't really care about the thumbnail if the concept seems very interesting to me. And I have found that's true for long form. I think for short form, that's not true at all because no one really looks at the thumbnails or anything. Short form is like the first second, or that one I think holds pretty true. Your favorite Viriar? Oh, thank you. I like the blueberry a lot. Yeah, exactly. My exit 8 thumbnail was pretty fire. I must say. I would say pretty 10 out of 10. But I don't know. I've also done thumbnail tests before, and the thing I've found that gets the most clicks is the color. The color is what really matters, it seems like, to interest people. Or I guess how your main thing on the thumbnail, like a picture or whatever, contrasts with the background is something I see a lot too. You won't believe what this VTuber did. Gone wrong, not clickbait. I should do that. I actually want to try this weekend to do a video concept. I think it'd be pretty fun. I don't know what the concept would be, but it seems fun to try. I had like a couple video concepts, but I feel like it's a lot easier to do a interesting video concept with like IRL stuff, you know? Whereas as a VTuber, it's a little bit trickier to do the concept because you need to think within the limitations of a virtual space, you know? Hi, Andrew! How are you? Oh, you got the golden cap? Wait, is that just a straight golden kappa? Wait, what? Wait. Is that like a legit one, or is that someone... Wait, is that real? Isn't that like supposed to be rare? Isn't that like an Easter egg? I remember that was like a thing so long ago. Yeah! Yours is golden. How do you have a golden one? That was like a thing, right? Where it was like a random lottery every day of someone getting a golden kappa. Now I'm looking this up. Twitch golden kappa. It's from a golden kappa hype train. The golden kappa on Twitch is a rare, legendary, golden version of the iconic kappa emote, traditionally obtained either through a rare daily account lottery or by participating in a special golden train. Wait, what's a special golden kappa train? That's so cool. So, wait, if you participated in the special golden kappa train, do you get that kappa forever, or is it just for the day? Twitch introduced Golden Kappa trains as a special variant of community hype trains. Contributing with bits or subscriptions during an active Golden Kappa train unlocks a temporary Golden Kappa emote for all participant users for 24 hours across. Okay, so you got this emote for 24 hours. What triggers a Golden Kappa hype train? I assume, like, if they're hype train 50 or something, right? Like, you would need a. It would not. Not that it wouldn't be cool, but it'd be kind of lame for a channel that's like very small and doesn't have hype trains to suddenly get a Golden Kappa hype train. Because it'd be kind of awkward because you'd see this thing pop up on your screen that's like, congratulations, there's a Golden Kappa hype train or whatever going on in your channel. And then every single person's like, oh. You know, that'd be a little awkward. So I hope there's already a hype train happening for it to happen. You have returned. Welcome back. It's from a... Oh, it's random. Oh, that would be awkward. Hello, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Kappa. Never understood Twitch. Straight up never understood Twitch. Twitch has a lot of things that I really like that I wish YouTube had. Specifically, Twitch doesn't have latency issues the same way YouTube does that I kind of wish I didn't have an issue with. You know? The Kappa's... What is a Golden Kappa hype train? It seems like it's just random, but like, that's kind of awkward. Like, I don't know. Okay, my stream is a perfect example, right? And I'm not saying this is bad or anything, to be clear. I don't take this as a complaint, okay? But like, I don't get hype trains and stuff, right? Like, I don't have like a strongly monetized channel or anything. Or I don't like actively encourage that or anything. And so I don't like get a lot of hype trains, or I don't get hype trains and stuff. It would be really awkward to randomly assign my channel a Golden Kappa hype train, because it would. What is the point? You know, you would want to give it to a channel that has a lot. There has to be some sort of statistics around that. Like you can't assign it. Sorry, I'm checking for my cat. You can't assign it to like random channels. You gotta have some logic behind this, in my opinion. You love latency. I want more. I want to take even longer to chat with the streamer, you know? The longer we let Veri live in her own mind, the longer she'll just yap about nothing, and then we get our 24-hour stream. Speaking of 24-hour stream, no, I'm just kidding. I do... Okay, let me actually propose this to you. It's very, very, very tentative, but I do have a Friday coming up, a Friday off coming up in August. A Friday. Fridays are very good days for, like, you know, doing stream-related events. We just hit 2K subscribers on YouTube, which is a pretty big achievement for me. So I wanted to do something kind of cool for the celebration. So I thought maybe doing like a 24-hour stream. I don't think it'd last. So 24 hours or as long as Veri can last. It might only be like 8 hours or something. But we try. I thought that'd be fun to do that. But what if I wasn't entertaining after the 4th hour? That's like what I worry about with that, you know? Can we keep the hype? I actually don't know how people that do like 24-hour streams do that. It won't be 24 hours. When I say I'm going to do 24-hour stream, I mean I'm going to stream until I get sleepy because I'm old, you know? We'll go for like 8 hours or something. But I'm going to hype it up as 24 hours and then completely scam you, is what I'm saying. Can you even survive a 24-hour stream? No, it's a scam. It's a sleep-related scam. A watch-along could be fun. We could do a watch-along. I still owe, YouTube, what do you call it? A members only stream. We were gonna do a yapping garlic cutting stream. So maybe I'll do something with that on the Thursday before. Viri gets this message 3 minutes from now. Hello from the future past, maybe. That's a lot. You should figure that out. Scam. What did it translate scam from? Scamma translated to scam. But yeah, I don't know. Or we could just do an event on YouTube. I want to do something to celebrate 2,000 subs. I never ever thought I'd get to 2,000 subs. So that's a pretty exciting number. I think it's a really exciting number. Like, I would be happy if my channel only had like 500 subs. So being all the way to 2,000, like, that's wild, y'all. If you think about it, we're just a little tiny baby channel, you know? And I haven't had anything go like super viral, so it's not like all those subs are for one or two like things. I feel like we usually have pretty healthy sub jumps. Like, I probably average like 3 to 5 subs per day on YouTube, which I think is very, very good growth. And then I'll have more every once in a while, but it's nice sustained growth, and I'm proud about that. You work till 5:30 on Fridays? Okay, but what if we did like... Oh yeah, subs on YouTube. Oh my gosh, no. I have on Twitch 5 subs. But no, yeah, I'm talking about like the free. It would be the follow equivalent, which I have 739 followers on Twitch, which is wild. Okay, let me pull up the stat for y'all. Okay. We have grown so much on Twitch in the last month. On average, in a month, I think I showed y'all my Twitch stats. Okay, wait, let me pull up the presentation I did like a month ago for y'all. 1 second. Where is Google Slides? Okay. So on July 1st, I pulled my stats for Twitch and I gave y'all some stats. In the last year, so 2025 to 2026, July 2025 to July 2026, I gained 194 followers total for the whole year. And that was a lot. I was averaging only like 50 followers before that. So I had a massive amount of growth in like that year. This month, I've gained, funny number, I've gained 69 follows on Twitch. Like, that is wild to me. Oh my gosh. It's wild how much you've grown this month. I'm very, very happy. Thank you very much for that, y'all. Oh my gosh, Colin! Thank you so much! Oh, wow! Unfocused dog. That's the butter attack. Wait, those are such... Milkman, those are such good names. I like the butter attack. When the butter attacks back, you know? That's pretty good. I heard you reading comments I don't see on Twitch. Oh, yeah! I multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. 5 subs. Dude, 5 subs is a lot. Some years I would go an entire year without a sub. So I, very thankful and appreciative for all of my subs on Twitch. Thank you very much. And all my members on YouTube, of course, too. Thank you very much. Gotta keep YouTube in the lead. Oh my gosh, Andrew! Oh, wow! Thank you very much. You just kicked off my first ever hype train. Wow, oh, geez, thank you very much. Now we have... Thanks for the sub. Yeah, thank you so much for the subs, Colin. Thank you so much, Andrew, too. Oh my gosh. Wait. Colin, you got a sub on Twitch. That's so funny. Tanuki Slab Bars. Wait, some of these names. Oh, Pixel and Pickle. Wait, everyone and Juan. Juan got a sub and Hitmon. Oh my gosh. It's so much more targeted on Twitch than it is on YouTube. That's so funny. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very appreciated. Yeah, you can spam my emotes now. Oh my gosh. Well, gosh, thank you both. Thank you both very much, Twitch and YouTube. Oh my gosh. There's all my emotes. Some of those are the first time I think some people have used some of my emotes other than me. Wait. Andrew, and y'all are the first people to ever use the hand slammy deck emote. That's so great. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. guys, I was just talking about how this stream never gets a hype train. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, my followers on my oh gosh, thank you very much. Sorry, y'all made me smile a lot. My cheeks hurt a little bit, so it's a little hard to talk. Oh jeez. Yeah, you can use all the emotes. You finally get to use the spinning emote. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's so good. I want to put that emote on Twitch or on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't allow for animated emotes, which I think is a big miss. I think it's a big miss. But I do want to come up with like a YouTube specific emote. I think that'd be nice. Unlimited power. You can spam the emotes on YouTube and on Twitch now. You can spam it everywhere. Oh my gosh, if I use everyone could do the desk slammies. Dude, I love that emote so much. I think I commissioned that. Wait, let me look it up. I think I commissioned that almost 2 years ago. All of my animated emotes. I was so excited when I had access to upload animated emotes, and I ordered them like so long ago. I'm so it makes me so happy to see them used. Okay, let's see. I commissioned those emotes August 2024. I got those emotes in August of 2024, so it has been almost 2 years. And we finally get to see them spammed in chat. That makes me so happy. Look it up! It's such a silly thing to be excited for, but I've always wanted to see people like spamming my because they're so cute. They're so cute. Wait, you use my emotes on other streams? Yeah. Sorry, that makes me so happy. When y'all like come into my chat and use other people's emotes and they're so cute, I always think like, I wish people would use my emotes because they're so cute, you know? I'll just spread the cuteness. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. This makes me happy. And the artists are also incredibly talented, so I want to, you know, show off their talent, obviously. Wait, okay, I just realized. Okay, another reason I always wanted to have get more subs on Twitch, selfishly, is I commissioned one more animated emote, and I could never you can only have so many animated emotes based on like how many subs you have. So I never had the slot for the last animated emote. I uploaded that so we could use it tomorrow. Oh yeah, and Colin gets you get the smiley emote. I did upload some emotes on YouTube that Twitch doesn't have. But now we gotta have the I gotta get some YouTube specific ones. Dude, we have level 5? Oh my goodness, that's so cool. What is a hype chest? What does that mean? LOL emo load emote. Wait, what does that mean? What? Wait, I just got a hype chest and out of it came an emote. Do you guys all get that emote? What does share do? Choo choo. Wait, what just happened? Oh, everyone got an emote? Wait, that's so cool. Hype chest's on the way. I have no idea what this means. What? What is going on? Oh, you unlock emotes. What? That's so cool. Sorry, I'm really distracted by these things I've never seen on Twitch before. What is this? You get the little ghost. Do you like the ghosty emote? Oh, I can. Hello. Sorry, we're yapping away. Do you like the ghosty emote? I got it. How many Halloweens ago did I commission that emote? Wait, that's another one I've never been able to use. Oh yeah, September 2024. I commissioned that one. We have a couple of other spooky Veery emotes that I'll be able to upload now. and then after I upload it, gosh, I got so distracted. After I Oh yeah. The other thing I wanted to do, so right now you're a blueberry, right? If you've subscribed to me multiple times, but I want to update it. I want to update it so that it's unique, so that like Colin, since you've been a sub since the beginning, you'll get your own cute little special one that you could show off because you've had it from the beginning. Yeah, it's really cute. I like the ghost. There's one of me as a ghost, and there's one of me like trick-or-treating with a little witch's hat, and there's another one with me with a little knife and like a Freddy Krueger mask. It's very cute. I like it. Wait, look at this spam! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Do y'all know? Twitch does this thing, they do a Twitch Wrapped, where they basically show you, like, information about your channel. And one of the things that Twitch Wrap shows you is the usage of your emotes. And every year, what Twitch shows me, is just like, oh, it shows me that the #1 emote used, it's always, let me find it. It's always, either the blueberry or the Potero emote. It's those two emotes all the time. Which, they're super cute emotes. But I'm very excited. maybe this year, Kuru Kuru will win. That would be so great. Because I think that emote's so cute. Look at me spin, I've been a knight of this order since the first age. Since the very first second that the Comfy Cafe opened. Colin, I just got a giant bag of garlic. So, we need to have a garlic cutting yapping stream. I need to figure out how to do a, what do you call it? On YouTube, the supporters only. Not support, why is the word escaping me? On YouTube. I'm gonna remember. YouTube supporter, like, sub on Twitch. Why is I keep calling it the Cozy Cafe-er. Member! Wow. Yeah, membership only stream. I have to figure out, how to actually schedule a membership only stream. And then I think that would be fun. You got those scared emotes. Look at it go! Guys, I really think Kuru Kuru is gonna be the #1 used emote this year on my Wrapped. I'm so excited. Oh gosh. I can't wait. Members, yes. Members only stream. Because we said we wanted a yapping members only stream, right? I think that's what we wanted. Yeah, you didn't want to do. I know a lot of YouTubers do watch-alongs for their members only stream, but I don't know how that works with the latency on YouTube. It feels like it wouldn't work. I don't know though. It says pre-roll ads. Or it says it's our ads are on. It's gonna run an ad break. None of y'all have to worry about ad breaks. Twitch has been defeated. This evil ad break. Gremlin monsters that they try to attack us with have finally been defeated. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, YouTube's over here like, I don't have to worry about ads. You like when I yap? I like my yap streams. I think they're very relaxed. Like, I love playing video games, obviously. I've had a lot of fun, like, playing playing, like, Power World and Halo, but I was really looking forward to this stream. I was a little worried that I was like, gosh, I haven't done a yapping stream in a while. What if they're like, okay, Veery, like, get to the game? But I love my yapping streams. I think we can just, like, chat and hang out and talk about birds and dinosaurs. I think they're really fun. I'm glad you know. I'm your favorite yapper. I personally think I could enter a competitive yapping competition with VTubers, and I think I would hold my own. There was a time when I didn't think I could, but I think we've really evolved as a channel. Like, We would be such good yappers. I think we'd do great if we had to enter. I told y'all, if I made a VTuber event, you know, like hosted a VTuber event, I would make a competitive yapping like competition, and I think I would hold my own in it. I don't know how it would look, like what would it look like, but I would win. I love listening to your voice in general. It's the most unique voice I've heard so far. Oh, thank you! You know, I told y'all this before. I was very nervous about my voice for a while because in Valorant lobbies, I get my voice gets made fun of a lot. So it's reassuring to hear that. I keep telling myself, you know, because I always wanted to do voice acting. But I get a little shy about rejection. I still think I can be the Doodle Bob voice actor. That's what I've always wanted to do, is Doodle Bob voice actor. I think I could do it. I think I could achieve it, you know? May the yappiest yapper win. That's what I'm gonna that'll be the tagline, you know? Our tagline is may the yappiest yapper win. The ultimate yapping tournament 3. And they'll be like, what happened to 1 and 2? They didn't yap well enough. There wasn't enough yapping to be had, so we just canceled the tourney. Hi, Sentry! You just found the channel. How's everyone? I think we're doing pretty good. We're kuruing, you know? Kuru. You always hear Teemo in your voice? That's actually such a compliment. Dude, I love Teemo. Something, Scout's honor. I like BMO, actually. We should play League of Legends. What if we tanked all our viewership by playing League of Legends? How do we feel about that? I think that could go really well. We take all the success we've achieved in the past like month and we just send it down the toilet with a League of Legends stream. I'm actually very interested to see, because again, we're going to play multiplayer Halo next week. And then after that, the world is our oyster. But I do think we're going to be trying to play through Elden Ring. And that's not a 1-week adventure. That's like a month-long adventure. So I'm a little nervous to see what happens. You know, 5-stack ARAM and run it down. Let's go! I'd be down. Just give me J4. Like, dude, if I get Jarvan, we can't lose. I'm telling y'all. I don't usually toot my own horn, but me on Jarvan in ARAM is diabolical. There's no losing. Because, dude, I just jump in there, you know? In fact, the only way we could lose if my team doesn't follow. But even then, I'll still do it. I'll set it up. Even if y'all don't want to be set up, I will set you up, you know? Like, it'll go so well. I am an absolute demon on J4 and ARAM. I am allowed to toot my own horn there. Oh my gosh, you just happened in Japan? Tell me all about all of the desserts you had. Specifically, tell me about the pastries you had. I miss the Japan pastries. Fully lethality J4 with... Dude, yeah, it's peak! Dude, it's so good. You get the little thorn thing. I get the little thorn chest, so when someone tries to hit me, it hits them back, you know? Peckle. What? Katie sounds like the nice girl in class who's always there for you, even if you're lowest. I do make it. I just think if you can be nice, be nice. You know, it's very golden rule behavior. When I learned about the golden rule, I was like, I want that to be my life. I do think there's some downsides to it. I think sometimes people don't take me seriously, but I think that's okay, because what's the point of what's the point of making other people's days bad? I don't know. That's how I look at it. And I would say generally, so actually, I've told you this. I've had lots of people tell me that they can't see themselves being mad at me or mean to me, you know? Like, I think treating people well has other people, like, it's people treat you well too, you know? They want to treat you well back. So I, generally speaking, never have people be mean to me. It's almost like when people are mean to me, I'm in shock because I'm like, that never happens, you know? Everyone's always so nice. So, sometimes I feel like I don't get a chance to handle conflict resolution well because I never end up in a conflict, you know? Exactly! It's like... And combined with, like, if you beat me in person, I'm, and again, this isn't me, like, humble bragging or anything. These are all just, like, actual true things about me. I'm short. And so I don't know. It's a little bit harder to be mean to a short person. I feel like, you know, they come in a cute little package, and you don't wanna bully them. You have a good Elden Ring resource disposal, but I won't tell you anything if you don't. And dude, I'll take all the inside info. Well, I smash my face into the problem until I fix it. When it comes to Elden Ring, I do not mind doing the same thing 700 times in a row. Y'all might mind. It'll be painful for y'all, but I can do the same I mean, y'all saw me when I was playing Halo earlier. I will continue to try to do the same thing over and over and over again until eventually I get the muscle memory to move a little bit further into the problem and then eventually solve it. I'm a very brute force problem solver. It's a chemistry thing, honestly. Instead of you ever hear that meme about engineers where like instead of just tackling the problem, they'll spend like the first few hours thinking about the best way to optimize the problem, and then they'll get it right their first time. And then chemists, they'll just slam their head into the problem over and over, like scientific method style, until they get to the answer. And usually the scientists and chemists will get there at about the same time. But I mean, let's face it, that is an advantage of the engineering technique, is next time you'll be able to apply that method, and it's kind of it has more long-term, like it has more longevity. But gosh, did I have more fun as the chemist. Let me just say, I had a blast. So I'd rather do it my way. But it is funny because Val has very much more of a like engineer mentality, and I have very much more of a chemist mentality. So a lot of times when we're tackling problems, it's like, you know, he'll just go off and think about it for a bit, and I'll just like smash my head into the problem. And usually about when I'm finished with what we needed to do, Val will come and have the perfect optimals, and he's like, "Oh, you should have done X, Y, Z." I was like, "Ah, yeah, that probably would have been better." You know, like that makes sense. I'm a chemist and an engineer. I was a chemist for the first, like, 6 or 7 years of my career, and then I switched over to software engineering, which is, like, fake engineering, I guess, but, you know, I still do engineering stuff, just not the cool engineering stuff. Ah, I just get myself a splinter! How did that happen? It's plastic! Oh, I got it out. We're good. Sleepy kitty. Sleepy, sleepy. Maybe start a Path of Exile. I refuse to play Path of Exile. First off, if we did hardcore, yeah, it'd be done. I die on the beach. I died on the beach in the introductory scene. Like, I just did it. I died in the first fight. So it would be really quick. First of all. Second off, the skill tree in Path of Exile makes me want to curl up in a ball and cry in a corner. So, never! I don't want to touch it. I'm evil in every chat except this one. Let's go! Dude, I'll take it. I'll take the kindness. Like I said, I don't know what to do if people are mean, you know? I'm delicate. Be nice to me. There's only one rule in this chat. Doom Eternal. Can y'all imagine me playing Doom Eternal? I think one of my favorite streams I don't watch a lot of streaming content, but one of my favorite streams of all time was watching Lily Pichu play Doom. It's just, the juxtaposition was so funny. It was so great, honestly. Also, all her songs are fire, so mean people. So yeah, I've told y'all. Well, we don't really let that sort of thing happen here. It is funny because I will say we probably play a lot of games that can at times facilitate a more toxic environment. Not that I'm saying the people that play the game are toxic, just that the content might facilitate slightly more toxic behavior. And I do feel like we oftentimes play games like that just because I like that kind of game. And so I don't really ever have issues. Like, I'll sometimes go, one of the things I do before I play a game is I'll hop into some smaller streams and kind of see what the vibes are of the chat in the channel, like in the category, you know? So like, if the vibes kind of seem off in multiple streams, I'm like, maybe I won't stream this game. Maybe I'll just play this game like personally, you know? So that's sometimes why it's hard for me to pick games, because I want to play a very specific game, but the chat like category kind of scares me, and so I don't play it. I've told y'all I have like a list of games that I want to play on stream that I'd probably need stronger moderation to try it. Sorry, I was drinking some water. So like FPS, some of the FPS, some strategy games have gotten a little dicey. Minecraft sometimes gets interesting. It's not with toxic behavior. Minecraft is just sometimes we have very, very young children come into chat and we have to be a little careful about moderation there. Just because this isn't a stream geared towards children. And then, like, Elder Scroll games also get a little interesting at times. That, like, style of game. My favorite game of all time is Morrowind, and I would love to stream more Morrowind, but it was not fun moderating Morrowind chats, so we don't do that on stream. System Shock remake in one sitting. How long is the gameplay for that? I'm hyper ultra dumb. No, I'm not. I talk like a sailor in everyday conversation and furious pause enough that I don't do the hair. Only kind conversation. Dude, when I was streaming Halo ODST on Saturday, I accidentally I'm generally speaking, I don't curse in day-to-day life. I do sometimes, like every once in a while I will drop a curse word, right? So it's not like I'm like, absolutely unacceptable. Like I don't mind them. There are some curse words I just don't like, right? And I don't want them in my chat here, to be clear. Don't start spamming them. I'll ban you. But like, and there's like certain curse words I just don't like hearing, but there's a few curse words like I'll drop them, right? And I dropped 2 in a row at a certain point when we were playing ODST, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've said 2 curse words in a row on stream since I started streaming. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. And I was sure someone was going to call me out for it because I was so, like, viscerally aware of what I'd done. And no one said anything. So I was like, woo! Okay. Got away with that. Although people are still watching the VOD, so maybe someone will still call me out. But, you know, I was going to say it. Frick! I've never said frick in my life. I, like, am very, like, if I want to say a curse word, and I don't usually see something, like, is it phonetically, I think? Right? When you, like, sounds close to the word. I don't see something, like, phonetically equivalent. I just say, like, toaster strudel, you know? I'll do something like that, usually. Carry the sailor, carry the meanie. I just got a potty mouth. Like I said, there are certain words, like curse words, I refuse to say. I don't feel comfortable saying them or hearing them. But there's a few, it's like, okay. Like, if you drop an F-bomb or something every once in a while around me, I'm not gonna be like, like, clutching my pearls that I'm offended. But, I don't, like, use them all the time. And I do think, like, okay, specifically, this is, like, a weird tangent, but specifically, one of the reasons I don't like watching comedy, like, comedy skits, is I feel like a lot of comedy skits just lean into using a lot of curse words, you know? And they lean into using a button to, like, a sound to bleep out the curse word to emphasize the fact that they're using a curse word and, like, make people laugh. And I don't know, that sort of comedy doesn't really make me laugh. And because so many comedy routines online include that part in their bit, I'm like, this is kind of not funny for me, you know? Oh, fiddlesticks. Yeah, exactly. I do say, oh, fiddlesticks. F is for friends who do stuff together. What's it? Hello! Welcome, Anakin! Pizza and beer does sound really nice on a Wednesday. Oh my gosh! Andrew! Anakin just rolled up here without having to sub, and Andrew was like, absolutely not. Yeah, they're like replacement sensor. Wait, that's actually... Oh my gosh, Andrew was not having that here. Oh my gosh, she just threw it right at you. Take the sub! Wait, I don't have a cute little, thing for y'all. Just have a little star. I need to get a cute little blueberry for y'all too when you sub to my channel. I gotta add that on Twitch. I've never, so everyone can have their little blueberry next to their name. What are we yapping about? We're yapping about people in comedy routines not being as funny as they think they are. Sometimes they're hilarious, But I think specifically the bit where you just blur out a lot, like blurp out a lot of cuss words is not that funny to me. Oh yeah. Do y'all remember okay, one time, so my character in D&D, her name's Serena, and she's a druid. So she does transforms into a lot of different like animals. And one time we were fighting these like hags in this really confined, cramped little tower. And some of us were inside and some of us were outside. I'd been feared by the hag, and so I had to run out the door, and I think my character ran like 100 meters. Like something super ridiculous. They ran out the door. I had to run out the door. And so if I wanted to run back, the most direct path was to go through a wall. You know, to go through a wall. So I transform. Of course, Serena has pink hair and she's bubbly and cute. And so all of her animal transformations, she transforms into the pink equivalent of that animal. And so I had her transform into a gorilla and smash through the wall. And I was like, I smashed through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. I like made the line and everything. It was so funny. Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at myself, but it was kind of iconic. Serena has some great moments. She just like, it's so fun being a druid. I'm gonna be devastated if she doesn't make it through this castle. We're running to our doom right now in our session. Tomorrow, I'll let y'all know. I wasn't planning on a stream this weekend, but if Serena dies, I will be having a stream so that we can honor her memory. Viri, who's the greatest comedian ever? I don't even know. I think the only comedian that comes to my head that I remember is Gabriel Iglesias. My brother used to watch a lot of Gabriel Iglesias, and so I just watched a lot of him by proxy. That's the only comedian I know off the top of my head, but I feel like a lot of his content was funny, but now over time it hasn't become funny. Let's see. Top comedians. Top 5 and top 5 comedians. There's a Reddit forum. The IMDb has the top 40 current stand-up comedians. Mark Norman. I don't think I know Mark Norman. Let's see. Mark Norman. I feel like I get a lot of, like, software engineering stand-up comedy right now. I can't say how funny that was or wasn't funny. Kiri the judgment. If you don't do good comedy, she will give you a... Yeah, I will strongly critique you if I don't think you're funny. Look at the little hand slam on the table. Wait, I want a guru. Sorry. There we go. Look at me go! Dude, it's so cute. I gotta figure out a way to get moving emotes on YouTube. Y'all are getting scammed. You've seen Gabriel Iglesias live. He's good. Yeah, I think like what I've seen of his content was good, but then it started to get repetitive. And I didn't enjoy that. I don't recognize... so many people... Dennis? I'm not good with faces or names. Dennis Miller. American political commentator. I usually don't watch a lot of political comedy. Let's see. Dave Chappelle. Oh, Louis C.K. I feel like I remember this comedian. I feel like I remember listening to this comedian in the car because my brother listens to a lot of comedians in the car. I don't know. Zach Galifianakis. Isn't he a comedian? I mean, isn't he an actor? I swear this is an actor. What have you been in? You're an actor in not Bob's Burgers. Lilo and Stitch. No, like I swear you were like an actual actor. He was in Dicktown. What? No, I swear aren't you on like are they not? Woo! Fluffy's statement hasn't really aged well. His hair is, and maybe I was just really young. He was in The Hangover. Is that what I'm remembering? I do remember The Hangover. He's in The Simpsons. The Muppets. He is like oh yeah, here. Hangover Part 3, Part 2, Part 1. He was in fact in The Hangover. Huh. Yeah, The Hangover. You played American Truck Simulator? I'm actually a truck driver. Wait, really, Andrew? Oh, you're in for a treat if you watch my American Truck Simulator content. I don't think there's a better driver on the planet. I'll just say it. You might be a professional truck driver. I am the best truck driver. Everyone here can validate that. Everyone here can validate that. I'm the #1 truck driver. I have great rules of the road. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know comedians. One way or another, I'm gonna spawn up. I'm gonna get you one way. Stuck on my head now. You're gonna judge me so hard? There's nothing to judge. I'm the perfect driver. Sorry to go off topic, but what were your thoughts on Campaign Evolved? Oh, that is perfectly on topic. Let me tell you about Campaign Evolved. Okay, so here's my primary thoughts on Campaign Evolved. First off, I think it's really clear that the people who worked on Campaign Evolved have a lot of passion for Halo. You can tell they cared. Like, there was they added lots of little bits of, like, tidbits and, like, things that people have asked about for years, like, for clarification. There was nice little additions added in, but they still kept true to the story. You know, obviously it was a graphical update. So, like, they kept true to what Halo was, and Halo's story is a little disjointed, right? They kind of kept that that chaos in there. They didn't try to make a cohesive story. I like that, honestly, but they did add a lot of very nice little bits in there. They shortened the content significantly from a fighting perspective. The levels that are just very monotonous and frustrating to get through, they cleaned that up quite a bit. So it's very palatable to get through them. Like, it took me 6.5 hours to get through the campaign, and I would say that is acceptable. Like, that's good, you know, to get through the normal campaign. Whereas, the first time I played Halo, it took me, like, 14 hours or something ridiculous to get through it, you know? I think that was very solid for it. I think the combat, because of that, they made the combat easier and a little goofy at times. The combat is much easier, and the NPCs in general are nicer to you. I liked that, okay? I liked the improved combat. I felt like it was much more manageable, and I wasn't just, like, slamming myself against a wall in frustration, you know? That was very pleasant. And I think if you're someone like me who wants to, like, play through the story and explore, it is very good. There's a lot more, like, what do you call it? Like, NPC crush, you know? Like, there's lots more mobs. So if you're not someone who likes throwing grenades into crowds, you might not enjoy that. I think it was really fun. Like, I liked having lots of mobs in close spaces because it's just an excuse to throw my grenades. They were very generous with the ammo, and, like, availability of guns. I never had to switch away from the 2 guns I had. I always had everything I needed. So I thought it was a solid remake. Now, they had some bonus missions. They created 3 custom, like, bonus campaign missions that was set a year before the main Halo campaign. Brand new content. The story was pretty interesting. The combat for that was really rough. I don't know what happened, but the combat was not very enjoyable for that. It was very monotonous. It felt like it was a step back to old Halo. Now we can get into the price. Obviously, the making you pay $20 extra just to play 5 days early, I didn't like that. I still did it, though, because they gave you a bunch of bonus skins, and specifically I wanted a pink Halo, like Master Chief skin. And it felt like it was worth it for me. Now, I wouldn't recommend for the average person. Okay, so then we're talking about the $50 price tag, not the $70 price tag. I think for a AAA game, $50 is generally the average. But I got through the campaign in 6.5 hours. You know? So objectively speaking, for my rule of having 1 hour of like $1 per hour of content, I think the price, especially for a remake, even a well-loved remake, was a little high. I think it was too high. I think it should have been a price at $30, because then you can also get like the bonus chapter content out of it, and you can do, like normal and legendary. Maybe you do like one round with your friends. So I think the price tag is a little skewed from what you're getting, but overall I thought it was great. Like, I enjoyed it. Everything was solid. It was very enjoyable. It was a very well loved and packaged remake. It didn't feel, other than the price tag specifically, I didn't feel like it was a cash grab. Like, I felt like they put a lot of conscious effort and love into the process, especially when you like look at the content of the scenes. And I won't go into specific scenes because you haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to spoil it. But you can tell they put a lot of care into actually looking up things people talked about in the community about specific parts of the Halo campaign, and they put effort into like building onto that. So I like that. But I think there was a lot of people that were never going to be happy no matter what they came out with. So there are, it's kind of hard to parse through the like opinions, but I thought it was a solid remake. I would give it like a solid 8 out of 10, personally. And I think it's a very nice entry into the Halo franchise for a modern gamer who doesn't want to like just smash their head into the library for 3 hours. Did I enjoy it more than the original, or was there anything that you liked more from the OG? No, I like this one much better. I've always rated Halo 1 as my lowest of all the Halo franchises, of like all the Halo games, because there was too many levels that were long and tedious that made it feel more like a chore than I was actually playing a game. They cut all of that tedium out of the process, so I rate this a lot higher now. Like, in general, I think it just brings Halo a lot higher for me in the rankings. Assault on the Control Room needed like 14 of the same. Yeah, I just need to do the same thing over and over. I would have split my tea if Microsoft let that launch be less than launch at less than $60. Well, I mean, it's $50, so you gotta spit your tea out, Colin. Never touch a steering wheel again? What? I'm a great driver! I take offense to that. I'm such a solid driver. 10 out of 10. I think they should just watch my American Truck Simulator content when I try to get a driver's license. I think I should just be allowed to submit that and automatically get a license, you know? It's my personal opinion. But yeah, Anakin, I think if you really liked the original, if you're a big Halo fan and you could stomach the $50 price tag, I thought it was well worth it. And again, you get the bonus missions too. Now, if you're only interested really in seeing what the differences are in the cutscenes, you could just watch someone. But if you want to experience Halo with more pleasant like level composition and enemies, then I would play through this. It made the entire experience more pleasant. I used to have a very negative view of the first Halo game, positive view of all the other. Now I also have a positive view of the like first Halo game. So it well rounds out the series to being lovable to me. Because I used to say I love the Halo franchise except for the first Halo game because of the library and those levels where you go on the bridge. But now it's I can say like, yeah, everything in the Halo franchise is very pleasant, you know? I just don't like a lot of the choices. Please don't touch a steering wheel. Y'all will be happy to know that I've tried to get my driver's license in 3 separate states, and I've been failed in all of them. So at least something's working in the process. The truck you drove is the truck I actually drive, so it hurts to watch. Did you get any pointers? I gave some pretty good pointers out that stream. I think there's a lot to learn from my driving skills. I think there's a lot you can take away of what to do and what not to do on the road based on my expertise. I might grab it next week. I've heard a lot of not so pleasant things about the bonus missions. Yeah, the bonus missions, okay. If you don't mind mild spoilers, which it sounds like you've been I'm not going to talk about the content. I'm just going to talk about the general like cadence of how it goes. It sounds like you've already gotten a little spoiled to the unpleasant list. The concept is very interesting. Like what the story is very interesting. I think they just fell flat on their face for the execution and specifically the ending for the bonus missions, but it could have been something really cool. And I was very interested. But it took me 2 streams to get through like 2 hours of content. Like I was not enjoying the fighting combat very much, and then the end disappointed me. But it could have been something great. I think they just didn't know what direction to go when they didn't have the outline of the original, you know? You can tell they wanted to do something cool with the lore, and they just didn't quite know how to do something with the lore, you know? I drove into an automatic gate. Yeah, they're automatically supposed to open. Is it my fault if the gate doesn't function as intended? No. The person who was supposed to make sure the gate opened for me automatically was, you know? That's not my fault. Colin over here spitting his tea out. Did I read the terminals? No, I only found 1 terminal so far, but my friends, like I said, we're playing next week, so we should get a hold of terminals. I actually thought it was $70 regular price. Yeah, that was for the Super Edition. It's $50 regular, $70 for the bonus, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. Let me validate. Hello, campaign evolved. Yeah, $50. It was $50 for the standard edition, $70 for the premium edition, and now you can buy a premium edition upgrade of $20 because the premium, like the premium part where you get the extra 5 days isn't a thing anymore. So now you can just buy the standard, and then if you didn't like if you buy the standard and you realize you want the premium content, there's an option to pay the extra $20 for the premium. And then there was like a special like fan bundle that you would buy like quote a like a actual physical, you know, you're buying it like a physical or something, but you get a digital, I think you still got a digital copy of the game, and it just came with some fan content. Let me see. Halo Campaign Evolved Editions. There's a physical collector's edition. I don't know how much the physical collector's edition cost. Show me what the physical collector edition came with. Digital premium perks. Oh, collectibles evolved collector's edition. This comes with the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 collector's edition includes, it's for a console. You get the physical game disc and a premium upgrade voucher code to get the skins in the game. You get a or you can get the Steam Collector's Edition to get the Steam code plus the premium. You get a collectible steelbook, a 12-inch Master Chief statue, an LED replica of Cortana's data chip, 3 11x17 prints of Halo Campaign Evolved concept art, and a physical manual modeled on the original Halo Combat Evolved. Now, the only thing I actually would want from that is, because, okay, I'll say it, I don't think the figure looks very good. The chip is tiny and lame. I don't really care about whatever the steelbook is. But I do legitimately want the game manual. If they just sold the game manual, I would probably pick that up. I just miss game manuals. And it would be even more nostalgic to have a Halo game manual. But, and I think the prints are physical. Okay, I thought the prints were digital. I was like, that's kind of lame. I got digital by getting the like premium edition, they gave me like digital collectible art, but I don't really care about that. But again, I would want to buy the manual. If businesses would just give you the option to buy the physical manuals, I would do it for sure. But I don't know. Sounds like your usual case of modern Halo games. Apparently, we're going to get a Halo 2 and a Halo 3 remake. That's interesting. I feel like Halo 2 and 3 hold up a lot better, so there's less to fix about them, you know? Whereas Halo needed, like, Halo, the first one, CE, needed a lot of tuning. I don't feel like Halo 2 and 3 need a remake. Like, they're perfectly fine on their own, personally. I'm probably gonna wait for a sale. I've played the CE campaign like 12 times in my life, and so I'm okay with. Yeah, I would wait for like if you've played the campaign or you already liked CE, I think yeah, just wait for a sale probably. You've already watched someone do a playthrough, so there's no spoilers or anything to be had. Like yeah, I think so. If you read them, you'll want to plant a seed and watch it grow. Gonna plant seeds. I have the Halo 2 Steelcase edition for the OG Xbox. See, that's cool. Wait, Halo 2 has a remaster? I didn't even know it has a remaster. Yeah, this is gonna be on sale. Like, okay, the reviews are mixed. Like, that always comes, with a sale, you know? Yesterday. Sorry, I was reading. Oh no, I just realized what you said. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's see. This Halo currently, the campaign Evolved is currently sitting at mixed reviews. Okay, let's see. Nothing wrong with the game. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, but you can buy the entire Master Chief Collection for cheaper and has multiplayer and all the other good Halo games and Halo 4. That's kind of a funny comment, you know? Halo. Oh, I didn't even know there was a Halo 2 Anniversary Edition. I wonder if I have. That's probably the one in the Master Chief Collection, huh? Which has like an actual good remaster, not the CE Anniversary. Are those all in the Master Chief Collection? Everything you heard is true. The dialogue sucks. The pacing is horrid. The new elements are not. They're not that bad. When it's on sale, it's not worth the full price. It's hardly going to be worth a sale price. Dude, it says save your money and play CE Anniversary on the Master Chief Collection. Insane how hard Microsoft fumbled Halo. I did not think it was that bad. I think people are being way too. This person played for 1.7 hours. They didn't even get to the parts that were like well remastered. You know? I think a lot of people, like I said, they were not going to be happy no matter what it was. Like they had their mind made up. This person 0.8 hours and they can't recommend it. I think some people like I said, they already had formulated an opinion because Microsoft, I feel like. There's a shell of greatness. Only played the first 2 missions. That's all I needed to see to know this was a shell of greatness. They changed the items that had no reason to be. What did they change that was that big of a deal? They still let you scope for the pistol, which I was surprised about. The cutscenes, while they look beautiful, lack anything in audio. Really? I thought the like music was pretty good. Like we were jamming to the music. TLDR, another L take from 343. I don't think it was a fumble. Again, I think there's legitimate like you know critiques that I gave, like the ones I gave. I think those are legitimate complaints, but I think some people are just hating to hate. Yeah, it's more fun, like, hating. They meant bugs? I don't think... The only bug I think I ran into that I thought it was a funny bug was at the very beginning, one of the, like, Marines threw a grenade at a wall, it bounced off, and killed him. I thought that was hilarious. That shouldn't have happened. It was in, like, the first 2 minutes of the game. I think that was the most noticeable bug I ran into. It's not really a bug, it's just they were goofy about how their NPCs do combat. But There's so many. Most helpful of all time is people saying how much they can't recommend the game. Who doesn't like it? There's many elements. I think that's fine to like. I think it's fine to have elements they like, but this person is complaining because they couldn't log in. I'm sorry, but that's not a flaw with the game. That's like not a reason to rate the game lowly. That's just you don't know how to log into your Microsoft account. That's not a legitimate complaint. You've played this game for 36 hours. How are you complaining about a login failure? You clearly logged in. Like, come on. You know? Like, it just seems silly to me. I think it is legitimate to complain about needing to log in. I thought it was dumb to have to log into my Microsoft account. But the complaint being that you couldn't log in is lame. Oh, okay. In French, the voices are in AI. That's a legitimate complaint. I would be really upset if the voices were AI voices. That would make me very upset. Halo fans have been rabid since Halo Reach. Yeah, I do think Halo fans are very... They have very strong critiques of the game. And to be fair, I play games a lot to just enjoy them, you know? Like, I don't... Unless it's egregious, I usually just have fun with it. Like, I don't get too, like, caught up in the small things. But I think for some people, those small things can ruin the experience for them. So I think it's just, and I'm not saying, like, one way of interacting with a game is any better or worse than the other. I just think certain things bug other people a lot more than they bug me. Like, I kind of wave it off, you know? I grew up with the games of like stick figures for gaming. Like I think I give a lot more things a pass because it's like things used to be a lot more goofy. Yeah, the AI voices is a legitimate complaint that would make me very mad. In fact, I would return the game. If I opened up the game and they were using AI voices, I would just return the game. I wouldn't even play it, you know? Aw, I like the dialogue. But yeah, some people seem to not like it. I haven't played it, so I can't say for absolute certainty, but from the way it looked, I don't think I personally like how they rebalanced the combat. It seems kind of like enemies too squishy. Yeah, they made... I liked it because I don't like harsh combat, and I felt like the original Halo normal was too difficult for me. But if you're someone, yeah, that, like, likes a challenge, then you probably wouldn't be as happy. Like I said, the original Halo took me, like, 12 to 14 hours to complete. This campaign took me about 6.5 hours to complete. I like that. I don't like, especially for a game that I'm playing because I want to play the story. I mean, the combat's enjoyable, but for Halo, like, I like finding the terminals and, like, lore and stuff like that. That would like annoy me if I get stuck in a combat loop for like an hour or two. Like, I don't mind being in combat for like, 10 to 15 minutes, but then let me get to the next lore scene so that then, like, while I'm heading to the next cutscene, I'm like in combat thinking about that cutscene, and by the time I get to the next cutscene, I'm ready to think about that cutscene instead, you know? Like, I like those kind of loops a lot more. Who are you calling Rabbit? Blah! So yeah, I think the new Halo game was built for a gamer like me. They built it to be a lot more approachable. Now, I think for a lot of people that played the original, especially because the original was not very friendly to gamers like me, I think it would frustrate them quite a bit. But if you put it from the lens that they designed a game to play for the modern gamer who doesn't like that, like, high grind and, like, combat difficulty for their normal tier. To be clear, make it as hard as you want in Legendary. I don't care. But for the normal tier, right? The average gamer who's saying I'm an average player, they made it a lot easier. I like that. But there's some people who might not like that because they might feel like it's an insult to the concept of what, quote, normal or average is. I do think, like, I don't know what the word would be, like, gaming competency and stuff, it's changed a lot. Like, you don't... you focus a lot less on grinding through mechanics and a little bit more on like finesse for specific like get through this quickly kind of thing. So I think they built the campaign or like the game design more towards that modern style of combat. And maybe people who like that like like you know who play the original like Halo liked that more grindy like slow combat style. Where you have to like think more about being careful and hiding behind things and pinking and like all that sort of stuff that makes combat take a lot longer, but there's probably more like strategy involved with that. Like there's people that probably miss that because you don't have as much of that in like modern games. So I can see where that would be frustration. What's that? Peko, Kiri YouTube on the second monitor and Kiri Twitch on the main monitor. We are so back! Ooh, Twitch is on the main. Time to start a debate. Hi! Hello, hello! Kiri on Twitch on the main monitor, YouTube on the second. That's so funny. Telling YouTube on YouTube that they're on the second monitor. AI voices, that's not. Yeah, for sure. Pretty sure they've used Halo Reach's AI for the Covenant. Also, I think they've reused Halo Reach Marine voice lines. Yeah, I think there was some reused content for sure, like some recycled parts. I felt more at times like I was playing more of a like Reach ODST type game, you know? For sure. Hey y'all, hello. I love the Rainbow Six Vegas game, so that tracks. Ubisoft, you're going bankrupt anyways. Give me Rainbow Six Vegas. Give me my remakes! Give me my Morrowind remake! If we're doing a remake, give me my Morrowind remake! Cannot even play. Steam email doesn't match my Microsoft email, resulting in failure to connect. A lot of people just don't know how to log into their Microsoft account. That's not a flaw with the game. It's annoying that you're required to, but your lack of ability to log into a game is not a game flaw. It's like a flaw with your password manager. Like, fix your password manager. The reason people don't like the game because of the baggage it carries, because it's very lacking. I don't know. Again, like I said, I didn't think it was horrible. I think it's very dependent on the person. I liked it a lot though. I would still recommend it. I think based on what you're looking for, I would wait for it to go on sale. I do personally feel like $50 is too steep. And you could probably wait. Does not support local. I'm actually curious to see how co-op works. We're going to try co-op on Monday, and that could significantly change how I think about my opinion. Because I do feel like one of the, like, lovable parts of playing Halo in general is it's like the ultimate OG play with your friends, like, you know, multi-screen game. So how they handled multiplayer is going to be a big... This person said I got it as a gift and I still want a refund. Okay, that's so funny. What a fire... That's actually a fire review. I got this as a gift and I still want a refund. That's a 10 out of 10 review. I love that. It's a negative review, but that's such a funny review. Like, I give it a pass, you know? S. I'm one of, like, the 4 people who liked Halo Infinite, so I know what it's like. I'm fighting for my life. Maybe we just guru and then we feel better. Dude, one day this is just gonna be spammed everywhere and it's just gonna be great. You just spam. Guru! Oh, there's a Maple Story update. Ride the light. Sorry, I've gotten myself distracted yet again looking at games on Twitch. Or on Twitch. Wow, on Steam. I'm forever... Oh yeah, I got some new games, actually. I got new games, but we haven't played them. I got Cry of Fear. Why do I have this game? This game looks terrifying. Why did I get this? Was it free? Oh, it is! You recommended this, Colin, didn't you? Cry of Fear. I remember this. Oh yeah, I got this one, like... It's called Agree, And it's about agreeing to the terms and conditions. I thought that looks pretty good. Oh, thank you for the follow. I got a couple of really cool. I got a couple of story games that look really cool. You know, I think there's some really cool story games to play. We got Binding of Isaac. We got Mass Effect. Like, we got some options. And instead, I'm gonna play Elden Ring. Guys, we gotta have a month where I just play through all of my games I've gotten because of my Steam sale addiction, and I actually justify my purchases. Hey, welcome to Twitch. You gotta sleep. See you later, Kitty. Yeah, good night, Andrew. I hope you have a good evening. Hope you don't have any nightmares about my driving skills. You know? Yeah, for spooky. That's true. That might be why I have it in my library. Spooky season's coming up. We're gonna have to do our vote soon, you know? Unbeatable. We'd need a long time to do all the Mass Effects. I thought I saw Mass Effect was only a couple of hours. Let me see. Time to complete Mass Effect. Time to complete Mass Effect 1. Oh, 70 to 40 hours? I thought I saw it was only like, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, wow. I thought Mass Effect length was only like 2 to 4 hours. Wow. That is not correct. I was not correct. Oh my gosh. Valve's been trying to get me to play Red Dead Redemption for like 2 or 3 years. But it gives me motion sickness. Like really bad motion sickness. Even when we fix all the settings for it, you know? Mass Effect is insane. Have you played Gothic? What is Gothic? Let me look it up. Looking up Gothic. Gothic 1 Remake. There's Gothic 1 or Gothic 1 Remake. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for remakes. Wow, it just came out. The Legend is back. Return to the Valley of the Mind in this faithful remake of the genre-defining classic RPG. Explore a handcrafted, organic, open world that reacts dynamically to your actions in a gritty, unrestricted experience like no other. Wow, wow, that is... They're really selling it. I'm adding this to my wish list just from that description. Have I played Alex? It's mixed. Why does it have mixed reviews? Handcrafted action role-playing experience from the award-winning creators of the Gothic series, set in a brand new post-apocalyptic science fantasy universe that puts players into a huge, seamless game world full of original characters, mutated creatures, and deep moral choices and powerful action. Is this like Baldur's Gate? Are both of these games like Baldur's Gate, I think? Gothic is super unforgiving. Oh no. What if we got a goth Viri model? Did I have an emo phase? I did not have an emo phase. I've always been the exact same bubbly personality. I never went through a phase. I'm kind of bummed out because it seems kind of fun when people look back on pictures and like, you know, remember themselves from their childhood. And they're like, oh yeah, you know, it's just a phase. I never got to have a phase. Where's my phase? I was always like this. Oh, look. Cyberpunk is on sale. I've thought about getting Cyberpunk. Sounds like the horror movie Event Horizon. It's just a phase. It's just a phase, Mom. I had an emo phase. I feel like everyone had an emo phase. I just never really had one. I don't know. What kind of phase did I have? The only phases I really had was, like, going through, like, certain genres of, like, watching anime or reading certain books, like, genres that I enjoyed that I don't enjoy anymore. Or, like, I feel like that's it. You know, there's a bird to... Oh my gosh! That is terrifying. Very Vlad the Impaler. Middle school, I had the long flippy hair and everything. Oh no! You got the little... That's very... It's just a phase, you know? I distinctly remember once there was a song in middle school. Is it called like Chop Suey or something? Chop Suey song? Chop Suey song. Yeah, by System of a Down. Where it's like, wake up, grab a little lotion, a little makeup. You know, that one? I was listening to that song. It was we were in a practice room for band. It was like 6 or 7 of us. And I was just they were like asking what kind of stuff I listened to. And it was just like my brother had been listening to that song in the car. And so it was just on my mind. So it was like, oh yeah, I recently heard this song called Chop Suey, and I thought it was cool. I thought it sounded pretty cool. Like I enjoyed the song. And then straight up, one of my friends turns to me and they're like, Viri, you're not cool enough to like music like that. And I was like, oh, well, okay then. I guess. And I've never mentioned again that I remember for my entire time, for the rest of middle and high school, and like most of college. I mean, I listened to pretty much all music, so it's not like I stopped listening to like System of a Down stuff, but I never mentioned when I listened to like quote slightly more hardcore music anymore. It was always like, oh yeah, you know, I was listening to this oldies music, I was listening to some Queen or something, you know? Your friend hit you with that emotional damage. Yeah, like they hit hard. They weren't even I don't think they were trying to be malicious. I think they were straight up just saying like, dude, Viri, that's you can't go around you know, being Viri and liking that song. It was so funny. Good. Yeah, System of a Down. Band kid alert. I was a band kid. Yeah, I was. I was in the marching band too. I just check all the boxes. All the like just nerdy little kid boxes. I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I had fun in band, but like I feel like I so stereotypically nerdy. Like I couldn't have anything outside of the nerdy like you know life. I guess I played soccer. Does that count? I feel like that's just being stereotypically Hispanic. Oh, there's this game coming out on Friday the 7th. Oh, it came out! I've been following the development of this game. It's called Database Detective. Is it out? It is out. It's from this developer. He's just a small little developer. I've been watching him talk about his content for doing this, and basically he uses like you use SQL queries to solve to solve mysteries. I think that's such a like great way to get people to learn SQL. And so I've just been eyeing this for a while. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And now it's out. Maybe we'll play this. I don't know if we'll play this on stream, but it could be fun to play on stream. I don't know how interested it is to watch me use SQL. And I don't know how fun that would be, but maybe we can play it, you know? Yeah, Database Detective, exactly. Baby, a band could explain so much. What? That's all it takes? Wait, Steam added a personal calendar. And it's showing me what it thinks I'd be interested to release. Wait, that's so cool. It's like not just stuff I saved, but stuff it thinks like it has Pal World on here. It has the database detector. It has this cat mail game that I would probably be into. And this is released in the last 7 days. What's this one that I have? Oh, Scrap Mechanic. I have had that on my wish list. It has Avatar on here. I would probably be into that. Let's see what's upcoming that we might be interested in. Today, a sushi bait. This would be so fun to just like pull things from your calendar that Steam thinks you'll be interested in. Fields of Mystery officially comes out on the 5th? I feel like I'm being bullied by chat. This is a stupid question. Have you heard of a game called Star Citizen? I have. Is that the one that has like the really expensive ships that some people have spent thousands on? Yeah, there's like and people have continuously been putting money into the like fund for the game, and it's still in like early access development. I think that's Star Citizen, right? Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe people put so much money into it. Cuz you're just like upgrading your ship and oh, Valheim. Valheim's I guess having its official outside of early access on September 9th. That's kind of cool. Halloween the game. Anime shop. What is it recommending? Anime shop simulator. Dude, Steam just knows. If I see a simulator game, I'll buy it. I'm predictable. Steins Gate. It's recommending me a bunch of anime games. I'm too predictable. This upsets me. I don't like when I'm too predictable for the algorithm, you know? That upsets me. Star Citizen will be great when it comes out in 2174. You got hooked on the game? Oh no, your wallet! I hope your wallet survives. I assume you can play free to play. Like, I assume it's a free, like, it's possible. But yeah. Play Doom, that will throw them off. I've gotten so many suggestions to play Doom. I think I have Doom in my library. Oh my gosh, Steam is also starting to recommend me spooky games. I do have Doom. I have Doom and Doom Eternal, and I haven't played either of them. I have so many games we need to get through, guys. We gotta get through my Steam library. It's out of control. It's just out of control. We need some management here. We need to prune the library, or at least like get some of them to an actually installed and played state, you know? Get Dead Space. We've played Dead Space. We need to play Dead Space 2. We've played Dead Space though. I think I have Dead Space 2. I just haven't played it yet. Yeah, I have Dead Space 1, 2, and 3, but I've only played Dead Space 1. I did really enjoy Dead Space 1. It took me a long time to get through it. I think it took me like 2 weeks. But I would like to play through it. I liked the story. I liked the twist at the end of Dead Space. I thought it was, sorry, spoiler if you were thinking of playing Dead Space at this point and you haven't. There's a nice little twist at the end that I really enjoyed. So I'm interested to see, because I've been told that you keep playing, I don't remember his name. I just remember I called him Simon because I'd played Soma like the week before that, and I was getting them all confused in my head. Maybe his actual name is Simon and the Soma guy isn't, but I think the Soma guy is named Simon, and I don't remember what this guy is called. Dead Space 1 and 2 are really good. Dead Space 3 was okay. Let's see what the rating is. Oh yeah, Dead Space 3 is mixed. It's got mixed reviews on Steam, but Dead Space 2 is very positive. Isaac. Oh yeah, Isaac. I just kept calling him Simon. Play TF2. That would be fun. Oh gosh. Does anyone play TF2 anymore? I thought they like closed down the live service for that. 3 is co-op, but honestly not terrible. It's just isn't as scary. Oh, yeah, I do feel like a lot of people played. I mean, I wasn't that scared in Dead Space 1. If it was supposed to be scary, it wasn't super scary in my opinion. It was just gory. It was very gory, and every once in a while, because you would hear the monsters like moving through the like what do you call those? Like the shafts, the like air vents. There we go. Like the air vents, it would be a little uncomfortable at times, but I was never like terrified the same way I was when I was playing Outlast. Maybe Dead Space 2, they make it scarier. Play Armor. We have so many games to play. We have too many on our list. We cannot continue to add things to our list. It's out of control. But yeah, I felt like Dead Space 1 was just more about lots of gore, it seemed like. Dead Space 3 is a good sci-fi shooter, but mid is a horror game. Was Dead Space supposed to be a horror game? What is the label on Dead Space? Oh, it is horror. Space survival horror? Huh. I didn't even realize Dead Space was a horror game. Interesting. The designs of the zombies is more unnerving than anything. That's true. It was visually creepy to see them. But I felt with the weapons and stuff they gave you, again, like, horror games are scary to me when I can't fight back. But if I can fight back, I'm really not that scared. It's just when I can't do anything about it. Like, that's what I didn't like about Outlast, was I couldn't do anything to defend myself. And so I felt very uncomfortable going through the entire game. Whereas with Dead Space, because I could fight back, that's not really horror to me. Maybe atmospheric horror. And then the whole time it was just kind of goofy because we were clowning on him with his girlfriend that wouldn't even talk to him, wasn't interested in him. That was kind of. I feel like maybe I turned the horror game a little bit too much into a meme. 1 is horror, 2 is action horror, 3 is action. Yeah, Isaac being a one-man army doesn't do any favors. Yeah, it was just like not that scary. Because we had so many weapons and tools at our disposal at all times. I never felt a point in time where I couldn't beat the monster. Oh yeah, I've gotten a lot of recommendations for Resident Evil. My only worry about that is it just takes so long to beat a Resident Evil game, you know? Like, we just beat it forever, and that was a bit worrisome for me. Y'all know I don't like to be on one game for too long, because then we just become a stream for that one specific game. And we're already almost at this point the Halo channel, so I don't want to skew too far into then another random game after that, but we'll see. We have lots. I mean, we're going into Elden Ring month, so like, I don't know why I'm saying we're not a one game stream when we're about to go into Elden Ring month. Like, that's all we're gonna be playing, unless I decide that I don't want to play that anymore. Then obviously we don't. Like, it's very just what my vibes are. In fact, we could just go back to playing Pal World for 3 weeks because I like that so much. Oh yeah, Night Rain! It'd be fun to play Night Rain with y'all. We could actually play together for Night Rain. So that would be really fun. I do have Night Rain. I played a lot of Night Rain with friends. They just carried me through everything though. And apparently I am a very, very heavy carry. I'm pretty hard to get from one point to the next because I die a lot and get lost a lot. Yeah, I'm actually gonna transition from games to a reaction channel. How do y'all feel about that if I just turn into a reaction channel? I think it'd be horrible. I don't have good reactions. Like, if I'm watching something, I want to watch it. And I don't want to talk over things. I guess you pause and give your commentary, maybe, but I feel like I get stuck on so many tangents that we'd never get past like the first 5 seconds if I was reacting to something. It'd be like, watch a 5-second clip, react for the next 3 hours because I forget what I was doing. React? Yeah, what if I react to reactors? It's the content creator Viri? Oh my gosh! That's wild. That's wild! I can't believe I got a meter! I want to know if there's like a dedicated Halo VTuber content creator. That would be fire. We should collab. I'm gonna react to the other reactors. I did think it'd be funny to do reaction videos of like debunking science myths. I thought that'd be pretty fun. But I wouldn't want to, like, I don't know. I feel like that could get a little. I don't like doing anything that might cause people to complain in the comments or like bicker back and forth in the comments. It can it's kind of a headache, you know. Helldivers, are people still playing Helldivers? I actually have no idea. Yeah. I think Rocket Sloth is just Halo stuff. Rocket Sloth? Are they a sloth VTuber? Looking up sloth VTuber? I don't think I've seen a sloth VTuber. I'm actually curious. This isn't a VTuber. I'm looking for VTubers. Let's see. Halo VTuber. That's actually one of the the search engines people. Oh yeah, there are a couple people there are some Halo VTubers. Cute. GB Doku played Halo. That's a cute thumbnail. There's actually there's a lot of Halo VTubers. I didn't know so many VTubers playing Halo. Well, that's cool. You still play Helldivers? Yeah, I didn't know people are still playing Helldivers. I've heard that Helldivers is fun only when you have people to play with. It's not fun to play on your own. So if you have a group, I think it'd still be fun to play Helldivers. But like, if you're trying to find a group with matchmaking, I don't know how much luck you'll have with that. Maybe people are still playing Helldivers very actively, and I just don't know anything. Wait, can you search? Let me see. I think you can see concurrent. How do I see Hell? Could you see on a Steam page their concurrent players? I've actually never tried to find this. I don't see it. I thought I could find it on the actual page. Silly me. I guess let's look this up. Helldivers 2 concurrent players Steam. It's on Steam, right? Oh yeah, SteamDB charts. Oh, there's currently 25,000 people playing. I feel like that's fine. You would easily find with 25,000 people playing. Okay. Who's my dream collab? Dude, I don't even have to think about that. Neurosama. But I'll give a secondary to Mint for sure. Mint Phantom. But yeah, Neurosama. It's just so cool what Beatles built, you know? But yeah. There's also a really cute, like small, like indie VTuber that we're around the same size. I'm just too nervous to send her a message. That one's actually within like something I could probably actually schedule. I just am too nervous to communicate with people. You gonna chill with some friends? Yeah, no worries. Thank you for hanging out, Anakin. I hope you have fun chilling. I probably should actually start calling it a day soon too. My throat's starting to hurt, and y'all know when my throat starts to hurt, we gotta take a break so that we can still do stuff the next. I mean, tomorrow I have D&D, so I guess I wouldn't be doing that stuff the next day. But you know what I mean. Well, my headphones turned off so long ago. I forgot to turn them back on. There we go. Okay, gotta get... Okay. But yes, as a reminder, no stream tomorrow. I will be playing D&D, which means no stream for the rest of the week until Monday. And then Monday, I'll be playing with friends. So, it'll be a bit of a... We'll get to see what Halo co-op is like, but, just as a general warning, when I play with friends, I am not able to chat as much with stream, So, I hope y'all won't mind too much, but I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to see what co-op is like for Halo. Have a nice D&D session. Oh, thank you! Yeah, I hope my, my campaign, Serena's okay, Beetle with SpongeBob making the one Krabby Patty, is King Neptune making 5 million Krabby Patty. Oh, yeah, like the art? Yeah, dude, Beetle makes absolute art, yeah. She's just, dude, I love Neurosama so much. Otsu! Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. As always, I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic evening. And, of course, since we won't have stream... Oh, Nutella's also saying, hope y'all have a good time. Sorry, now I'm thinking about how cool Neurosama is. Dude, I'm gonna be watching Neurosama, or I'm gonna go listen to Neurosama's life song right after this. Every time. I jam out to it, like, during half my work week, But yes, I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic evening. As always, also a fantastic weekend, and I will see y'all on Monday! Good night, everyone! Bye!